Halo guys, balik lagi di channel BadRush. Jadi hari ini mari kita lanjutkan kembali perjalanan kita di Genshin Impact ya. Jadi hari ini sesuai janji gua, ini sih seharusnya game lain dulu ya. Cuman gua menemukan beberapa error tadi pas gua record game lain, yaitu record Dynasty Warrior. Jadi gua putuskan untuk hari ini quest Archon quest dulu aja karena alasan lagi gua perbaiki. Mudah-mudahan cepat perbaikannya ya. Nggak tahu kenapa, entah settingannya atau apa, tapi ya sebenarnya udah ada kasus dari pas kita mainin Dongsu kemarin kan, suaranya itu agak telat guys, jadi gua minta maaf ya. Nah, dan yang tadi itu sangat parah telatnya, jadi kemudian gua bakal record ulang sih. Jadi kita lihat besok deh, gua cek dulu apa yang salah. Tapi pas gua nge-record Genshin sangat-sangat lancar, entah PC gua atau gimana, cuman anehnya cuma di pas main game Dynasty. Kalau main Genshin, main yang lain oke, tapi kalau pas in game juga oke guys. Dalam in game tuh suaranya oke aja, cuman pas di record kok hasilnya aneh banget gitu loh. Entah yang salah tuh apa, gue juga bingung gitu loh. Cuman ya sudah, it's fine. Awalnya kan gue kira aplikasinya kayak yang buat ngerekamnya pas kan, soalnya sempat kan yang Genshin juga telat-telat juga gitu kan, sempat kan. Jadi mungkin ada yang salah PC gua, tapi ntar coba gua perbaiki deh. Tapi untuk yang sekarang, aplikasi yang record sekarang untuk record si Genshin ini udah oke, jadi udah nggak masalah untuk Genshin. Jadi selama ini untuk biar ngisi kekosongan, jadi gua isi dengan Genshin aja ya, jadi nggak apa-apa lah. Next Dynasty ntar bakal gua langsungin berapa gitu aja sekalian. Oke, jadi yuk kita lanjut Archon quest, karena mumpung world quest dan yang lainnya, story quest dan yang lainnya sedikit, dan kita sudah kebanyakan world quest juga kan dari kemarin. Jadi mari kita lanjutkan cerita utamanya ya, karena dengar-dengar kalau nggak salah 2.6 itu udah the chest. Jadi ntar habis ini Archon quest beres, gue jadi bisa lebih santai untuk ningkatin karakter gue plus nyelesain world quest. Jadi sembari menunggu 2.6, kalau nggak salah ada area baru namanya the chest. Ntar ngisinya dengan world quest aja. World quest masih banyak guys, sama mungkin cari hangout atau story quest aja, kan banyak yang masih ketutup nih. Nah, kalau nggak story quest aja, oke, biar segera ini juga sih buka story quest sih. Alright guys, jadi yuk langsung aja kita mulai Archon quest terakhir ya. Kayaknya ini Archon quest terakhir sebelum ntar ada update baru lagi. Jadi kita akan ke mana nih, Sangonomiya Kokomi ini ya, ke Sangonomiya Shrine ya, dan bertemu dengan TP. Let's go. Act 3. Akhirnya kita lanjut lagi. Waduh, harusnya yang sana ya. Dan kali ini gua bawa ya hitungannya pasukan terbaik gua ya, meskipun ntar gonta-ganti menyesuaikan ya. Cuman ini line up kesukaan gua, jadi gua bawa Traveler sebagai inilah tokoh utamanya ya. Archon quest at least kita bawa Traveler lah itu, Traveler, si Gemi, terus BadRush sebagai healer, terus ganti DPS nya sama Albedo buat support lah ya. Ya let's go. Nah, intinya semuanya bisa DPS semua sih di sini. Enggak sih, Barbara healer sih ya.
Let's dance.
Dia TP 46. Let's go.
Aha, there you are. Good to see you. Your appointment with Sangonomiya is fast approaching. We should get going. Are you ready? We'll start by heading to the camp on Watatsumi Island, and then we'll go meet Her Excellency together from there. If you start to feel seasick at any point during the trip, let me know straight away. That said, you've spent time with the Crux fleet in the past, so I think you'll probably be fine.
Iyalah, tenang aja.
Ready? And away we go!
Oke, mari kita ke Sangonomiya Shrine. Act 3, kita mulai. Mungkin lebih baik kita pakai ini ya. Oh, ceritanya di sini biar tahu. Tapi kita udah explore ke sini duluan sebelumnya, jadi langsung aja guys. Gak usah pakai kapal, biar cepet. Let's go. Mau ke Buro Village ya. Ntar mati ntar. Oke, aman. Let's go.
Here we are, the training grounds for Watatsumi Island's troops. Right now, the resistance is predominantly made up of local soldiers from
Terakhir
Watatsumi
kita perang
Island.
ya sama si
Some of them are fighting with
Bujo
the
Sara
Shogun's
ya.
army in Tatarasuna, and some of them are
Terus
stationed here on the
diselamatin sama si
island
Kokomi
to keep
ya.
the locals safe.
Did you used to train here too?
Yep. Unfortunately, I had to join the fight in Tatarasuna before I'd had the chance to impress the instructors, so they had me start off by helping in the logistics division. I'll be staying here for now. If you need me for anything, just come here. If I'm not around, just write a note and stick it on the wall. As soon as I see it, I'll come find you. Shoot! It's nearly time for the appointment with Her Excellency. I'll have to show you around Watatsumi Island some other time. For now, let's get ourselves over to Sangonomiya.
Oke, kemana nih kita? Go to Sangonomiya Shrine.
Is the name.
Alright, let's go. Kita menerima undangannya Kokomi ya. Ini dia.
Food supplies are the absolute top priority, period. We cannot afford any losses. With the conflict between us and the Shogun's army getting more intense by the day, we must prioritize the stability of the rear guard.
Understood.
Udah mau perang.
I'll think of a way.
Perang gede.
Take heart. We have a fresh batch of supplies in hand, and I'm working on expanding the army. I appreciate that the lack of manpower has been hard on all of you, but things are going to get better.
We're expanding the army? Oh, that's great. Whoever this mystery supporter is, they're doing us a great service. Huh? Teppei, what are you doing back on Watatsumi Island? Might I ask who?
VIP guests of Her Excellency, that's who. I'm acting under orders to escort them both here.
Oh, really? Wait, so are you the new recruit everyone's been
recruit.
talking about? Strength of 20 men, splits an arrow in twain from 100 paces, skin as hard as diamond. That's you?
What is going on with these rumors?
You've come a long way. I'm sure you must be here on pressing business, so I won't disturb you any further. Feel free to visit me if you have any time to spare. Your Excellency, I'll take my leave.
Your Excellency, I couldn't help but overhear Okubo mention something about a third-party supporter? What was that about?
Not long ago, someone wrote to me saying that they wish to support the Watatsumi Island resistance effort. To that end, they also furnished us with a great deal of supplies. Thanks to them, we can finally start recruiting troops on the scale we need to openly confront the Shogun's army on the front line.
Waduh, sounds
I am
clear.
not without my doubts about the whole affair. But Watatsumi Island is hardly affluent, and these supplies are a much-needed lifeline for us. The sender's conditions were also reasonable. They simply ask us to dedicate ourselves fully to fighting against the Shogun's army. Whatever other motives they may have, we are at least aligned on this. So let's consider them an anonymous ally. Naturally, we shouldn't let our guard down. If you discover anything out of the ordinary, please report it to me at once.
Your Excellency? Does this mean that the food at the front line is gonna get any better? I was at the field hospital the other day, and everyone was begging for some barbecued meat.
Don't worry. I've already made arrangements for that. Everyone will have their fill of meat. But to be clear, still no alcohol.
That's fantastic!
I understand how hard it's been on everyone. The Resistance Army's rations
boleh
have
mabuk,
barely
ya.
changed at all since the Vision Hunt decree was first announced. I will discuss this with the Logistics Division to see what further improvements can be made. However, our supplies are still limited. I must ask you to remain patient until victory is ours.
When will the Vision Hunt decree finally end?
That's the question.
Nggak
And I'm
tahu
afraid I
sampai
don't have an answer.
si
The
Raiden
mere
Shogun
existence
menemukan
of the Vision Hunt
Eternity
decree
paling.
is baffling.
Kan emang itu
The
tujuannya
Tenryu
dia
Commission's
makanya
attitude
ngambil-ngambilin
just
vision
doesn't seem
orang.
to add up. The Tenryu Commission's zealous support for the decree seemed to come out of nowhere, and the Shogun seems completely indifferent to the fact that it has effectively caused a civil war. I suspect the Vision Hunt decree won't end until
Ya
these
kan?
mysteries are solved. All I can say for certain is that as long as the Vision Hunt decree remains in force, we will never give up our fight. Traveler, to confirm, Knowing the current situation facing Watatsumi Island and the Resistance, are you still willing to fight with us?
Yes, I won't
Good.
give up.
Then here is your assignment. I hereby appoint you
Waduh,
as captain of the Watatsumi Island
Waduh.
Special Operations Unit, Swordfish 2.
Jadi kapten
Whoa,
anjir.
what? Swordfish 2?
Special
Is this the same
Ops.
Swordfish Special Ops unit that I'm thinking of? It's hard enough getting into a Special Ops unit at the bottom rung, let alone jumping to captain in one fell swoop. This is incredible.
Although this appointment breaks with convention, I
Langsung jadi
firmly
kapten
believe
kita.
that with your wisdom, courage, and strength, you can lead your team to victory.
Great! So when do we take up our post?
The members of Swordfish 2 are currently on standby in a valley to the southwest. Ronin have been causing trouble down there lately, and we need a special operations unit to eliminate them and stabilize the rear guard. I have already written your appointment letter, which you'll need to show them on arrival. Once that's out of the way, please lead them in ridding the area of Ronin. The special
Oke,
ops
kita
unit
harus ngusir
comprises
Ronin ya.
Watatsumi Island's elite soldiers.
Tugas pertama sebagai
It can
kapten.
be a little rough around the edges, but I have every confidence
Jadi
that you will win
tentara
their
bayaran
trust.
kita.
What about me, Your Excellency? Any battles you need me to get involved
Dengan
in?
gelut juga ini.
I want to make a contribution to the Resistance too.
Of course. I'll arrange something and brief you shortly.
All right! One successful operation coming right up! You may have swiped the captaincy of Swordfish 2, but watch this space, because this guy's on his way up!
Oke.
Sure. Well, be careful out there. Don't push yourself too hard. Well, traveler, let's move out.
Let's go. Kita bantu pasukan kita untuk mengusir para Ronin ya. Langsung jadi kapten Swordfish 2. Delta Force. Serang pasukanku. Bo. Ini udah belum ya? Veteran.
Ah, you must be the new captain of Swordfish 2. Her Excellency briefed us in advance. Your reputation precedes you, and the appointment letter is all in order. But I still have my doubts.
About what?
I'll be straight with you. I want to know whether you have what it takes to lead us.
You mean, like, a duel?
Normally, a duel would be the quickest way to settle the question. But this time, we've got a better way. We're stationed here because of all the Ronin causing trouble in these parts. If you can get rid of them for
Jadi
us,
suruh
we'll take
membuktikannya
that as a
dengan
measure of your strength.
Oke,
Oh,
lawan
right.
Ronin ya.
Let's show 'em what you're made of.
Alright, let's go. Tuh kan. Maju Barbara. Oke, let's go.
Let the show begin.
It's my lucky day!
Starfall! Crumble apart!
Feel this ancient power!
Born of ice and frost.
Yes! Finally, to the ferry! Finally,
Nice.
Okay, seems like you can hold your own. The rumors are exaggerations, of course, but still, your abilities are admirable. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kotoku, acting captain of Swordfish 2. This is Yoshihisa, a fellow veteran of the team. I now formally cede the position of captain to you. Swordfish 2 awaits your orders.
There are two
Bakal ada
hard-hit
Ronin lain?
areas. This was one of them, but thanks to you, this area is now secure.
Oh, tinggal satu
Their
area
only
ya.
remaining stronghold is located at the shallows on the east side of the island. That said, the ones over there are tougher, and there's more of them.
You got that right. Watatsumi Island is busy fighting the Shogun's army on the front line. We can't let these guys mess
Iya.
up things at the rear.
Kita harus jaga belakang juga. Belakang serang Ronin, depan diserang ini. Mana? Depan diserang Shogun. Diserang Raiden Shogun, yang di belakang diserang Ronin. Belakang tuh Watatsumi Island ya, depan itu mana guys, yang kita perang kemarin itu kan. Oke. Oke, Ronin lagi ya. La 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 la.
There's so
that's not even all of them. They have 2 more camps nearby. Whichever camp we attack, it's the Ronin in the other 2 camps that'll cause us issues. They might decide to provide backup or abandon them and escape on their own.
Let's attack
But
them.
Captain, that would put you in great danger. If we spread our troops too thin, we won't have enough men to guard you. It's too risky.
I'm fine.
Yep, the Traveler eats amateurs a feast for breakfast.
All right then. We'll deal with them all in one go and rendezvous with you on completion.
Kapten Aing, tenang.
Let's dance.
Blaze over. Access denied.
To the ferry.
Coming to be!
To the ferry.
Loh, ada lagi, Cok.
No touching.
Shake!
Moment of birth! Live!
Let the show begin.
Access denied. This is long overdue. No touching.
Alright, beres.
That should be the last of them. You didn't get hurt, did you?
I'm fine.
Cool. Paimon wonders how everything is going with Kotoku and Yoshihisa. Should we go over and check on them?
Captain!
Kenapa?
Captain, the other 2 camps have been cleared. The entire rearguard of Watatsumi Island is now secure.
Alright, beres.
We solved the Ronin problem and got everyone to look up to us, too. But what's next? Let's go back and check with Kokumi.
Finally, we got it done. These Ronin have been bugging me for ages, but Kotoku wouldn't let us at him until now.
What? No way could you have taken them down without the new captain here. I was putting the safety of the team first. Got it?
Oh, come on. You were just being a coward.
Hey, cut the attitude! These guys, honestly. Forget them. Let's go.
Forget them. Let's go. Tinggalkan saja. Kita balik ke Kokomi, laporan sama komandan besar.
How was it? Did your initiation go smoothly? Yes, that's standard for the team. But with your level of ability, I'm sure it was a walk in the park. Since you're back, I take it that the Ronin are now gone from Watatsumi Island?
You bet! We sure showed them who's boss!
Good. Now we just need to make sure Okubo keeps a close watch to prevent their resurgence. Thank you. I believe in rewarding merit, so you will be compensated for your hard work. Let me see.
Tusun for another
Soon for another
promotion.
promotion, I think. I could increase your pay.
Okay.
I gave him an assignment.
TP kemana?
He's taking part in a surprise attack
Oh.
against the Shogun's navy. He
Oh.
expressed a desire to be on the front line, so I honored his wishes. Now, speaking of assignments, I have a special mission I'd like to give you.
Apa nih, Ich?
A special mission?
Yes. In between Watatsumi Island and Tarasuna, there are some ruins relating to a god who fell in the Archon War. There are several small islands there, often used as a transit point when transporting supplies.
Oke,
Recently,
ada banyak
however,
ruin.
supplies stored there have
Walah,
started to go
hilang.
missing for no obvious reason.
Hilang
Stranger
tiba-tiba
still,
dicolong anjir.
the Resistance Army passed by and reported they found no signs of danger. I'd like to task you with getting to the bottom of this. It's not urgent, so there is no need to leave immediately. I suggest you take a few days to familiarize yourselves with the army, and also with Watatsumi Island. When Teppei returns, you can catch up with him. Then pick a day when the weather's good to set sail for the islands.
Is Teppei really gonna be okay? He has a tendency to dive into action without thinking things through. Oh, Paimon can't help but feel a little worried about him. Why don't we go wait for him at the training grounds?
Oke, kita tunggu ya. Setelah
Long time
latihan
no see.
berhari-hari.
So, how's Swordfish 2 treating you? Getting along okay with everyone? Well, you're in luck, because this seasoned veteran's got a few leadership tips for you.
Jadi ini
Raising
udah
their pay will
berhari-hari
boost
nungguin
morale,
TP balik
while
ya.
giving them a
Gitu.
few bounties will act as an incentive to go the extra mile. It's also
Beberapa
important to
hari lah.
maintain strict discipline at all times, and finally... wait. What was it? What was it?
Lupa anjir.
Where did you learn all that, Tepe?
I read it in a novel from the Eye Publishing House. It was a long time ago. You wouldn't believe how many doggo it took to convince my friend to let me borrow it.
You're seriously gonna use a novel to tell people how to run an army? Pretty sure that's
Referensinya
not being
novel,
an
anjir.
armchair general.
Ha-ha! That's where you underestimate me. That's right. I'm learning military management on the job now. Just like you. You'd
Gitu.
better believe it. Thanks to my outstanding achievements in the recent naval battle, I have officially been made the captain of my very own Special Operations Unit. It's a brand new unit, Herring 1. What do you think? Pretty awesome, right? I spoke to Her Excellency, and she says our uniforms are in production. Let's go
Seragam
collect them
baru.
together once they're ready. I can't wait to put them on. We're really gonna look the part. Ah, everything's going great. Our mystery sponsor supplies have really helped turn things around.
Will Paimon get a uniform too?
Of course, a recognized member of the Watatsumi Island Resistance.
Dapat
Captain,
seragam
a new
anjir.
assignment has come in.
Thank you, soldier. I'll be there
Waduh,
on the
udah jadi
double.
kapten anjir.
All right, I better go. See you again soon. You'd better watch out, partner. At the rate I'm going, I'll overtake you if you're not careful.
Ha! In your dreams, mister!
I wouldn't be so confident if I were you. I'm at the top of my game right now. This is my time to shine.
Hati-hati tapi jangan sombong. Alright. Terus kita ngapain
I'm
nih?
so surprised that Tepe's been made a platoon captain. He must have been working super hard. Let's take a break, then go check out these Archon war ruins.
Jadi kita harus ngecek kemana nih? Oke. Investigate ancient ruins. Di Fort Muji mana itu? Muji. Oke. Kita pernah ke sana juga sih. Ada apa di sana ya? Lawan Magu Genki lagi, waduh, janganlah. Kalau bisa kita selesaiin satu hari ini juga deh guys. Masih 4 ini? Iya masih Act 3, udahlah. Wih, kenapa ada ini? Kenapa ada listrik nih? Ini bukan ini kan?
Should be the place. But Sankanomiya was right. It doesn't look like anything
Oke, coba kita pakai ini dulu ya. Kita
With
pakai
you all the
jenderal
way.
musuh.
Could they be hiding? Let's see what we can find. These electro monuments look a little suspicious.
Ada caranya kah? Kok susah? Kok nggak bisa? Udah bisa kok. Loh.
Run out
Aduh,
by the electro energy?
jancuk. Apetin anjing. Minggir anjing dari situ dong. Bacot.
Crumble apart!
Feel this ancient power.
Kemana anjing?
Come into being.
Drop!
Pakai level 1 nih. Kirain ada polanya ternyata. Aduh.
I'll protect us.
Burst forth. This.
Drop! Shake!
Witness my great undertaking. Come into being. Ha.
Mati kau.
Phew! Glad that's over. As monsters go, that one was pretty tough. But what's such a huge Thunderhelm Lodge Earl doing here in the first place? It doesn't make any sense. Also, the atmosphere here gives I'm on the creeps. Anyway, the good thing is that it's over now. We should probably get going.
Hah?
Pepe, what are you doing here?
Ini mah bukan TP anjir. Masa iya?
Wow.
Kok rambutnya jadi
This is a
putih?
surprise. I didn't know you were the ones investigating here. I just got back from delivering some supplies to the front line. I figured I'd stop by and
Kayaknya bukan
clear any
TP
threats
deh,
in this
guys.
area on the way back.
Tapi kenapa
Are
batuk-batuk
you
dia?
alright there, buddy? You're looking slightly the worse for wear.
I'm fine. It's nothing. I must have caught a cold a couple of days ago while I
Kayaknya
was
tadi
out
warna
at sea.
rambutnya nggak gitu deh.
On my way past, I heard
Masa
that someone had just
udah
arrived on the
bertahun-tahun?
island to
Nggak tahu sih.
investigate, so
Apa gue yang
I thought I'd
salah
come and take a look.
lihat?
If there'd been some real
Seingat
danger,
gua
I
rambutnya
might
nggak
have had
kayak
the
gitu
chance to be the
warnanya
hero.
gitu.
Shame it was just you guys. Guess I came here for nothing.
Pepe, don't you think there's something strange about this place?
Now that you mention it, there is something a little off about it. It could be that the Tatarigami is more palpable here, I guess. We're not that far away from Orobashi's remains.
Urabashi? Who's that?
A god. Look,
Dewa.
there's the corpse over there.
Ah, it's a gigantic snake skeleton! Oh, it looks
Ini
terrible!
Orobashi.
Orobashi was the one who
Kok
brought our
pakai X?
ancestors from Enkanomiya to the surface. That's the origin of the Watatsumi Island you know today. Our ancestors regarded it as a guardian deity. But during the Archon War, Orobashi invaded Yashiori Island. The
Okay.
Raiden Shogun came out in person and slew Orobashi with the Muso no Hitotachi. That same slash also formed what later became known as Musojin Gorge.
The Raiden Shogun created Musojin Gorge in one slash? Wow, that's pretty incredible!
Yes,
Dewa, bro.
but the Archon War was brutal. And Yashiori Island was completely destroyed during that battle. They say the Shogun lost something very dear to her along the way, too. Since
Tapi
Orobashi's
kehilangan
death, there's
sesuatu
always
juga
been
ya.
some animosity between Watatsumi Island and the Shogunate, but our different beliefs have nothing to do with why the resistance was formed. We only rose up to fight against the Vision Hunt Decree. When Orobashi attacked civilization, the Shogun stood up and put a stop to it. But now that the Shogun is stripping people of their ambitions with the Vision Hunt Decree, it's time for someone to stand up and stop the Shogun. Alright, I'm heading back. I was just dealing with some of the Shogun's elite samurai, so I think I'm gonna take a quick breather, and it's on to my next assignment. You should report back to Sangonomiya as soon as possible. Don't stay here longer than you need to. Being around the Tatarigami too long won't do your health any good.
What's your
Hey,
back?
don't worry about me. Peak condition.
Oke. Trust you. Cuman gua nggak yakin kalau dia TP sih, guys. Ini
Pepe sure made some
perasaan gua
big
aja apa
progress
nggak tahu
before
sih.
dealing with Shogunate samurai. I can hardly believe it. Let's report back to Kokomi.
Oke, kita laporkan kembali, kita ganti orang dulu. Pakai ini loh,
What are my orders?
si Kujo Sara loh. Kurang sangar apa? Wih, si Goro. Tong 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 teng toeng.
Kokomi, we're back! Oh, look, Goro's here too! What happened? They look so serious.
Approximately how many people are exhibiting these symptoms?
Oh,
I haven't had the
ternyata
chance to do a full count
TP
yet.
asli, cuman kayaknya emang kena penyakit deh.
Goro, what's going on?
Recently, some of our soldiers started showing
Iya kan?
symptoms of accelerated aging.
Iya
I
kan,
called
jadi
them in for
tambah
questioning
lebih
and found
tua
out
anjir.
they privately
Cepet
acquired
tua.
some secret weapons from our sponsor. Most of them are highly ambitious types, vehemently opposed to the Vision Hunt decree. They've been using these new
Senjata
weapons
biologis,
secretly
anjir.
since getting a hold of them.
So that's why the war has been going unusually well. But risky secret weapons are not the answer. We must put a stop to it immediately. Goro, have you managed to acquire one of these weapons?
Well, most of the officers refused to hand them over. Still, I did manage to get one.
Do you know something about
Oh,
this?
ini senjata baru.
So that
Fatui
means our
Delusion.
secret sponsors, the Fatui?
But
Oh.
why would the Fatui do this?
Jadi mereka
Forget that. There's no
wah,
time.
anjir senjatanya
Right
Fatui
now,
ngeri
we need
juga
to
bisa
inform
bikin
the
orang
whole
tambah
army
tua,
to
Cok.
cease using their delusions immediately. All soldiers who have shown
Tapi kayaknya
symptoms
cuma
are to be
delusi
taken
aja
for
sih, tapi kan
treatment.
jadi mempengaruhi
I just hope we'll be in time to save
strength
them.
anjir.
Wait a second. Speaking of soldiers with symptoms,
TP juga kena.
surely he can't have...
Makanya kok tadi rambutnya jadi warna
Let's
putih.
go check on him.
Ternyata emang beneran TP, cuman kena obatnya si ini. Kena senjata biologisnya dari Fatui anjir, tapi katanya cuma delusi sih. Enggak ini. Enggak apa permanen gitu. Cuman kan jadi mempengaruhi performa. Makanya jadi kelihatan tua kan. Oh itu TP. Jadi tua anjir.
Oh,
Jadi kakek-kakek anjir.
what are you doing here? Just a moment. Let me get up. It's weird.
Ya kan.
I don't know where all my strength's gone. Oh, right. Yeah. I haven't had time to give you the full details. Well, I made a lot of great contributions to the war effort lately. Fighting the Shogun's army at sea, taking on Shogunate samurai all by myself, rescuing my comrades from an ambush. Things I never would have dreamed I could do when you first met me. If only I were stronger still. The stronger I am, the more I can do for the resistance. Wait a sec. Where's my secret weapon gone?
Oh,
It
itu tuh
wasn't
sponsor
long
kita,
after you were
guys,
made
supporter
captain of
kita.
Swordfish too.
Kita dibantu sama
I
Fatui
met
tapi
these
dibohongin.
Mysterious
Ini
people.
efek senjata yang kita
Said
pakai
they were
gitu.
with our supporters. They gave it to me.
Oh iya kan,
And
kita
said
itu
that
bukan kita
as long
diserang
as I
pakai
have
itu,
the
tapi
will
kita pakai senjata
become
itu,
stronger.
tapi ada efeknya itu.
His secret weapon will answer my call.
Iya kan, jadi efeknya kita tambah tua kok.
It's just like a
Iya kan,
vision.
kayak vision,
Isn't it?
makanya dia jadi
Of
kapten
course,
tiba-tiba
I've
gitu.
never used a vision, so I wouldn't know the difference. It's
Oh,
illusion. Oh
dia
God,
tambah kuat tapi efeknya jadi tua
doesn't
gitu.
sound very good. So, what's the difference between a delusion?
Oh, drains the user
and a
life
vision?
force. Oh, kirain delusi, ternyata emang namanya delusion bukan
Gosh.
vision gitu. Waduh, dia
Well, I
jadi tambah
suppose
tua.
it's
Cok.
not too surprising that a mysterious weapon of unknown origins would come with its risks.
Ya,
I've been getting
dibohongin, Cok. Bukan
more
dibohongin
and
sih.
more
Ya gimana ya,
tired
jadi
over
bohongin
the
juga
past
sih.
few days, and I have this strange sense of dread. At first, I'd find I was a
Masa
little more
mati nih,
beat than
Tepe?
usual after a battle. Didn't think anything of it. But today, I got back and suddenly my vision was going blurry. This is a real shame. There I was, thinking I was catching up with you. Guess I didn't receive the favor of the gods after all. Hey,
Duh, mati nih.
would you do something for me? When our uniforms are ready, grab mine for me. Bring it back here, and we can change together.
Anjir kalau mati.
What's that
Kasian,
look
anjir.
for? Don't worry, partner. As soon as I've rested up, I'll be right as rain. Right as rain, I tell you. As soon as I've messed it up.
Tepe.
Hati anjir.
Hey, where are you going? Hey!
Balas dendam, Cuk. Jadi si TP itu punya senjata dari supporter gitu. Nah, ternyata senjatanya itu delusion. Beda dengan vision. Sama kayak vision, cuman ada pengaruhnya gitu loh.
I have put out the order to seize all delusions. The
Tuh,
vast majority
diambilin lah
are
ini
showing
delusion.
some loss of vitality, but nothing serious.
Oh, tapi nggak apa-apa kok.
Sadly,
Oh, nggak mati at
a
least.
few have been less fortunate.
Your Excellency, I'm planning to establish a dedicated field hospital to monitor their condition. The soldiers are up in arms about the ban, though. They know full well what a delusion is, but they still intend to keep using them.
Sebenarnya banyak yang
Okay.
tahu gitu, tapi
I'll leave you to deal with the
ya
situation.
mereka pengen menang
We
secepatnya
have to
sih.
get to the front line.
Dan mereka
This
emang
whole
menang-menang
fiasco
terus,
is
cuman
certain
ya
to
itu
be a blow
jadi
to
tambah tua
morale.
cepet.
If the Shogun's army attacks now while we're scrambling to recover, it could well undo everything we have achieved so far. What are your thoughts?
Oke,
No, it's too dangerous.
kita akan serang
Faculty
langsung.
decree is still in force, so their delusions must be produced within Inazuma's borders. To organize an operation of this scale, they will have had to mobilize a huge amount of manpower and resources. They can't have done it without local support. If we want to stop them, we have to destroy the factory where the delusions are made. But it's sure to be heavily guarded.
Ah,
It's
sikat.
dangerous to go alone. At least take some troops with you.
There's no time for that.
Your Excellency, given the urgency of the situation, we were hardly discreet when confiscating the delusions. The Fatui are sure to take notice. If we spend any longer amassing our forces, they will get wind of our plans and make their escape.
Very true. Let me think. I gave this some thought while you were confiscating the delusions. The side of the factory must be big and secluded, but close enough to a transport route to ensure the supply of raw materials. Not many places meet these criteria. And if we take the locations where our soldiers receive their delusions into account as well, I suspect the site is likely to be the cliffs, near the ocean at the southwest of Yashiori Island.
Jadi
I'm
kita
not
serang
going to
sumber
stop you.
dayanya ya.
But please, be careful. We have
Okay.
lost too many courageous fighters already. I don't want to lose you too.
Oke, let's go. Kita balaskan dendam TP. Nggak mati sih, tapi
You mean to the delusion factory? Really? You aren't gonna think it over first? Fine.
Tanpa tuh ya, kayaknya kita butuh api deh kalau ntar pelawan ini deh. Jadi Albudi kita ganti dulu. Ganti ini aja sih, yang ring aja.
Just sharpen my spear.
Kalau udah beres lawan Fatui kita lawan ini lagi. Oke, kita serang si bangsat itu. Serang. Mana cok? Oh, anjir, factory-nya. Ya Allah, oh factory-nya ini. Ruin toh. Oke. Oh, butuh listrik cenah. Wah, pakai nggak ya? Gue lebih suka ini dia pakai geo, guys. Kayak sikat dulu deh. Ntar kalau butuh ya udahlah, kita ulangi aja. Wah, ntar ada ininya, sistem ininya juga ya, kita butuh listrik ya. Waduh, apaan nih? Wah, anjir, ketiban kita.
Well met. You can't run. Well, shouldn't get careless. Have a load of this. Use this first. Detoxifying heat. You need to hurry up.
Blaze over.
Don't be a killjoy. You've only just begun.
Aduh, ketembak aja.
La, 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 la.
That seemed to work.
Let's dance. Drop.
Anjing lah, tadi.
Use this first.
Starball.
Dia nggak kena cuy.
No touching.
This is trouble. Finally,
Oke,
some quiet.
ke atas. Lo ke bawah.
So, is this what delusions are made from? So much crystal marrow. Where have we seen that before? Wait a second. Are they getting this from Rito? So the Kanjo Commission are...
Ikut terlibat ya Kanjo Commission.
We're way behind schedule. Let me amuse myself a little. Access denied.
You can't run.
Next on the agenda.
Aduh, anjir ketutupan cok. Jangan.
Oh, now you've got me worked up.
Killjoy, we've only just begun. You need a
Starball! Get them!
Anjing nggak kelihatan cok.
You need to hurry up.
Amuse myself a little. Look at me.
You can't run. I miscalculated. An unfortunate fault.
No touching.
Cook this.
Oke.
We're way behind schedule.
Heeh. Kayaknya nggak bisa diambil. Kita ambil dulu.
Next on the agenda.
Bahannya pakai itu, pakai ini. Nah, kita ambil amuletnya. Sepertinya sudah.
We're way behind schedule.
Yikes! It looks dangerous.
It's fine.
We better watch our step or we might get hit.
Oke. Oh. Hei, kok kelewat?
Let's dance.
Oke. Oh, udah ngulangin dari awal lagi nih. Oh, udah kita taruh sini sebelumnya. Oke. Open the door.
Intruder spotted. Do not let them impede the work of the Harbingers. You'll never get out of here alive. You can't run! Well,
No touching.
don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun! I miscalculated. Now this idiot must have a death wish!
Loh.
Don't be intimidated! Lord Harbinger will be here soon!
Gak kena, Cuk.
Have a load of this!
Anjing. Tembak. Kok?
Out of my sight. Next on.
Unfortunate fault! Cook this through.
Oh, Natasha namanya. Mana.
Where are you? Shake!
Next on the agenda, all hail! Mercy! Access denied!
Out of my sight! Got you!
This healthy body, healthy mind.
Alright, beres.
You actually managed to find this
Wih,
place.
Karamuche.
Congratulations.
Gelut kah?
So, you're another Fatui Harbinger? Like Senora and Child?
Senora and Child. I didn't know you and my two least reliable colleagues were acquainted. I'm the Balladeer.
Nomor 6.
Number 6 of the Fatui Harbingers. Delighted to meet you, oh mighty traveler. So many visitors today. To what do I owe the honor? Oh, so that's what this is about. I think you've got the wrong idea. I know how this looks, but I'm just here to follow orders. I'm obviously not the mastermind behind this. Aren't you supposed to be pretty tough? What are you waiting for? Go get them. You're
Terus
getting
siapa
all worked up over
otaknya?
nothing. Didn't have you down as being so weak.
How can you say this is nothing?
How can you call it anything more? It's the way of the world. Human life is worthless. They were always going to die. With or without a delusion. At least having one gives them a chance to fulfill their ambitions. Do you have any idea how useful the Vision Hunt decree is to us? It took a lot of work to make it happen. Obviously, it was in our best interests. Good news is, our hard work is finally paying off. Generating conflict creates a big market for delusions. Now we just let the promise of power draw in the weak. For just a small price, they get the feeling of controlling the world. Trading their life for supreme power. Pretty good deal, don't you think?
So, the Fatui started the Vision Hunt decree? You've been behind it all along?
From the outside, Inazuma looks pretty impenetrable. But on the inside, it's a land of opportunity. With a little effort, we were able to break them down from within. Eternity stretches things out over a long time. But each moment within it becomes all the more fragile.
Berarti si
Take your friend in the
Archon juga
Resistance, for
ditipu,
example. There's nothing you can
dimanfaatkan
do
juga
now.
gitu.
He's a lost cause, just like a bubble on the water. Beautiful for a moment, then total destruction. The more it takes from them, the more tightly they hold on to it. And the more incompetent they are, the more determined they are to fight it. It's such a farce. You have to see the funny side.
Hey, calm down!
Gelut anjir. Yakin gua.
No!
Enggak Apa ini? Pengaruh obat-obatan, Cuk.
That's it. Just like that. Embrace the anger. Embrace it!
Anjir, kita juga
The
terpengaruh
wrath of
nih.
the gods fills his factory, and it feeds on your anger.
What's happening?
Wih, diselamatin. Selamatin mamah Yai, Cuk. Ya ini mamah apa bukan sih? Wow, what's
Repeat
happened?
after me. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
Come on. Oh, you recognize me right away. Your brain seems relatively unscathed. This is good news. It's just as well, really, with the amount of effort it took me to get you back here. Honestly, It was like you were glued to the ground back there.
Nico? Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something. How come you're acting so differently from when we first met you?
Am I? Maybe it's because I had the other shrine maidens leave. Anyway, I've always been like this. People show you whatever side of themselves they want you to see. I know this for a fact. Every side of me is the real me. People just like to define things in all sorts of arbitrary ways. This is a human society. At the moment, anyway. And I'm just doing as I please.
Paimon didn't quite follow.
Study humans a while longer, my little friend. You'll see what I mean.
Right! Paimon was so focused on the Traveler that Paimon didn't notice what you did to get Scaramouche off our backs.
What if I told you it was a secret art from the Grand Narukami Shrine, and that I had the balladeer down on his knees, begging for mercy in an instant? Would you believe me? Well, maybe you should be worrying less about that, and more about how exactly you're going to thank me, no? Maybe some of your neural circuitry is less intact than I thought.
Thank you very
I didn't
thank
mean
you
you
ever
had to
so
be so
much.
formal about it. I need your actions, not your words. The delusions. They're still on your mind, aren't they? You needn't worry. The leader of Watatsumi Island took some troops to clear the place out. She's also issued a strict ban on the use of delusions across the whole army. With their stronghold exposed, I doubt the balladeer is stubborn enough to try and retaliate now on his colleague's behalf. It would be more trouble than it's worth. I must say, I would relish the opportunity to watch the Fatui getting a taste of their own medicine. Well, anyway, that Songonomiya Kokomi, she really outdid herself this time. I'd love to have another chat with her again in person, but alas, belief systems can be such a hindrance sometimes.
A hindrance? Should you really be saying that as the Gucci of the Grand Shrine?
Anyway, I'm only telling you this to stop you worrying so that you can focus on something I need you to do for me. You've met her, right? I'm not talking about the puppet. I mean her. You've met her, yes?
In that place?
Yes. The true Raiden Shogun, who meditates endlessly in the plane of Euthymia to preserve her being. Her name is A.
Are you saying that the one we met at the ceremony was just a puppet? And the real Raiden Shogun is the one that the Traveler met later? And does that mean that when the battlefield changed, so did the opponent?
Jadi yang pas di seremoni itu puppetnya, tapi kan terus kita dibawa ke dunia lain, guys. Itu Raiden Shogun aslinya gitu loh.
Since the physical body will eventually turn to dust, she replaced hers with that of a puppet. And since the spirit is susceptible to erosion, she placed her consciousness inside her sword, where she remains in a meditative state, free from all disturbances.
Selama ini dia cuma meditasi terus.
Place that she carved open with her sword.
The plane of Euthymia. Essentially, the world inside her mind. A place that typically only allows her existence. She shuts herself off in her inner world, leaving all the affairs of the outside world to be dealt with by a puppet, who has a singular focus on the pursuit of eternity. This is the approach A has come up with for realizing eternity. You mean Morax? It's been a while since I last saw him. A surprising decision by Liyue's Archon. What a fascinating god he is.
It seems like the Raiden Shogun's approach solves the problem Zhang Li was facing, though.
Perhaps. Or you could take the view that she's acting like a little child, throwing a temper tantrum and locking herself in her room. Don't you think? The grand notion of eternity she once held has long since given way to the eternity of her own definition. And ultimately, her eternity is defined by fear.
The fear of loss.
The fear of loss. The truth is, we are on the same side. You
Okay.
want to save the people of Inazuma from the Vision Hunt decree. So do I. The only difference is that I'd rather like to save this nation and save A while we're at it. The key is that the plane of Euthymia represents A's inner world. Defeat her there,
Aduh.
and you may well have the chance to shake the Raiden Shogun's will.
Kita harus ngalahin dia di sana pula. Gila,
To
ngalahin
abolish the
dewa
Vision
anjir.
Hunt decree, not by talking her out of it, or through an armed resistance.
Barbatos aja nggak ngelawan.
By
Morax nggak ngelawan. Kita harus ngelawan.
inside the Raiden Shogun's inner world.
You're a fast learner. In short, this is the last chance to get Inazuma back on track. Otherwise, an eternity of darkness awaits. Don't you realize how special you are? Remember, the plane of Euthymia is a space where only she is allowed to exist. The fact that you could appear there tells us one crucial thing.
Oh, tapi
That
kita
you
bisa masuk ke
have
sana.
piqued her interest. Perhaps it's because she has never seen an individual who is so unpredictable in the face of eternity.
Has no one else ever been in there?
Tidak pernah ada yang ke sana.
No one has seen the devotee of eternity since she shut herself away. In fact, no one even knows what it looks like in there. Your existence is more than just an opportunity. It's the very key to all of this. To that I say, well done, child. You did not disappoint me after all.
Wait, you're leaving? Where are you going?
Anti-Raiden Shogun training.
Anti
I've
Raiden Shogun
prepared a special
training.
program just for you. Come along.
Hanya untuk kita. Program apa ini? Go to the training area. Oke, kita turun aja deh. Terbang aja, guys. Aduh, jancuk. Kaget. Oh, ternyata kalau yang di dunia nyata, yang muncul di dunia nyata itu cuma puppetnya, sedangkan Raiden Shogun yang asli itu yang kita hadapi pas di dunianya dia itu loh. Dia di situ selama ini cuma apa ya namanya? Cuma menutup diri, cuma apa namanya guys? Cuma meditasi mungkin untuk mendapatkan eternity itu, karena katanya dia takut kehilangan. Mungkin dia sudah kehilangan banyak orang, makanya dia takut kan. Makanya dia menutup diri dan mencari eternity biar dia nggak mau kehilangan orang-orang yang dia sayangi lagi, maybe seperti itu ya. Mana ini? Waduh, latihannya ngapain?
We're gonna do it here? And what's this mechanism for?
Think of it as a catalyst that can reproduce the Raiden Shogun's combat moves. I made it from my own memory, which means it should be perfectly accurate. Unless, of course, her skills have declined. It'll give you a chance to figure out her moves in advance and come up with a
Waduh,
counter
latihan
strategy.
anjir.
That should be a big help, don't you think? The
Cuma
aim
buat
is to
kita
try
pula.
to not get hit by the attacks. Since you've escaped certain death at her hand once already, I presume this shouldn't be more than you can handle.
Harus menghindari serangannya katanya. Anjir, apaan tuh itu? Oke. Oh anjir.
Let the show begin.
Aduh. Oh anjir. Oke. Gimana ini? Anjir. Anjir, serangannya kayak gitu, Cok. Set. Oh. Anjir. Nggak bisa nyerang dia. Aduh. Enggak, emang cuma suruh menghindar, guys. Waduh, jancuk. Masih 19 detik. Wah, apa ini? Oh, berhasil. What the hell? What am I doing? I don't know. Pokoknya itu serangannya Raiden Shogun itu suruh latihan, anjir.
What a workout! So how come you know so much about the Raiden Shogun?
You mean me? Perhaps it's because I'm the Electro Archon's familiar.
What? Like Dvalin is to Barbados? Huh. Never would have guessed by looking at you.
It sounds like you'd be more persuaded if you saw me in my fox form. In your dreams.
Huh.
More curious than my appearance is the fact that she and I don't see each other anymore, wouldn't you say? A nation to last for all eternity is a dream that she and I both share. But I don't think that's the same thing as complete stasis. At some point, she started going down a path that became increasingly difficult for me to join her on. You know, A never said goodbye to me before she stepped into the plane of Euthymia. Perhaps it's just my wishful thinking, but I think she did this deliberately, as her way of keeping our friendship eternal. By neither saying goodbye nor seeing me again, our relationship will remain forever how it was. In her mind, at least. Since we've embarked on two very different paths to eternity, I can either continue to maintain the status quo or do whatever it takes to bring her back on track, regardless of the cost. I have chosen the latter because if stubbornly isolating herself in the plane of Euthymia is her idea of eternity, then my duty as her eternal familiar is to drag her back out of her own head and into the real world.
Mau balikin ke dunia nyata ya.
You sound like a really great friend.
I'm only telling you this so you can properly understand my plan. Could you possibly spare the sentimentality for the time being? Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. Time for anti-Raiden Shogun training phase 2.
There's a part 2?
Ada part 2-nya. Apa ini? Kok tadi ada 2? Oh ya. Wah, anjir. Anjir.
I'll protect us. Ready, steady, go!
Wah, anjir.
No touching.
Drop!
Waduh, untung nggak kena. Anjing.
Focus.
Aduh, susah juga sambil hindarin
Next on the agenda.
serangannya. Bet. Wah, anjir.
We're
Aduh.
way behind schedule. No touching.
Pakai ini enak sih. Bet, set tidak kena. Waduh. Tapi hujan, Cuk.
Next on the
Gunakan
agenda.
terus. Aduh, lagi jurus, bro. Beres.
We're finally done. How did we do?
You did quite admirably. I could see your determination and your hard work.
So, do you think we're ready to beat the Raiden Shogun now?
How do I put this? You're no match for her at all.
Wait, what? So all of this was a complete waste of time?
You are the most important part of the plan. I know what I'm doing. You don't think I'd leave you with no chance to win at all, do you?
Akan sesusah yang part pertama nggak ya, guys ya?
Traveler, what do you think of the Resistance Army's chances?
Yeah, no match for her
You're
either.
absolutely right. Perhaps they occasionally best the Shogun's army in open battle. But when they face the Raiden Shogun herself,
Ya,
considering
meninggoy
even their
anjir.
visions have been taken from them and embedded in the statue, they're ultimately quite helpless.
You don't have to be so blunt. The Traveler's the captain of Swordfish too, you know.
Swordfish too.
I don't mean to belittle them. On the contrary, it is precisely because of their helplessness, because their visions have been taken from them, that their will is all the more precious. In short, if everything goes according to plan, they may yet prove to be helpful.
Apa rencananya terus?
Goodness, is that the time? I have another guest to receive today. We can talk more back at the Grand Narukami Shrine.
All of this
Okay.
said and you're entertaining guests? Hyman's really struggling to understand how you work.
Kita balik lagi ke shrine. Servant pet.
Okay, we can talk here. You asked me about the plan. In fact, I've been mulling it over for quite a long time. Before one makes a plan, what is the most important thing one must do?
Don't know. What is it?
You must understand the situation you are facing.
Harus
The
mengerti
Vision Hunt
situasinya
Decree
ya.
was obviously devised as a means of manipulating the Shogun. The ones behind it knowing full well her susceptibility as a puppet, with a single-minded focus on eternity. Yes, this is the strongest piece of evidence we have to go on. Now, we
Berarti
also know
dibalik ini
that
semua
every
ya fatui
aspect of
lagi,
the Vision Hunt
gitu
Decree's
ya.
promulgation and execution has been enthusiastically spearheaded by the Tenryou Commission from the outset.
Ayaka was saying that every time they submitted a petition against the Vision Hunt Decree, the Tenryou and Kanjo commissions would veto it straight away with no negotiation.
Yes,
Jadi
it's all too clear that both the Tenryou and
dua
Kanjo
komisi
commissions
itu
are in some
ada-
form of collusion with the Fatui. Foolish humans, blinded by their greed. Thus, the current situation is that our
Ada
Fatui
kerjasama sama
antagonist
Fatui,
is still at
dua
large,
dua
has the
komisi
two
itu ya.
rogue commissions wrapped around their finger, and is distributing delusions from the shadows.
Kalau punyanya Ayah kan emang melawan.
Given that said antagonist is under the protection of two commissions and the Raiden Shogun, we would be rather hard-pressed to track them down.
So, what should we do?
It will be easier for us to start with someone from Inazuma. So my plan is to incite rebellion in the Tenryou Commission.
Waduh.
Rebellion? What are you talking about? After everything you just said, it sounds like the Tenryou Commission has rebelled already.
When I say rebellion, I don't mean betraying the shogunate. I mean inciting a certain someone to betray the Tenryou Commission. If we manage to convince her, I'm quite sure we'll be able to get you another audience with the Raiden Shogun. I'll give you a clue. She's currently in charge of the Shogun's army. She visits the shrine at this time every month, and she is our guest today.
Siapa?
She also appears to
Aku
be
jauh
standing
Sarah
right behind
beneran.
you.
Don't move a muscle. You've got some nerve showing up here in the shrine when there's an active warrant for your arrest. Don't even think about trying anything. Surrender now. You're coming with me to headquarters. Seize her!
Affirmative.
Kujusara!
It seems that you're forgetting. This is the Grand Narukami Shrine. Use of force here is strictly forbidden. Before you proceed, which of you would like to face criminal charges for dishonoring the Shogun,
Guji-ai,
Nggak
please
bisa.
tell me you are not sheltering a wanted criminal here.
We are just friends. I don't see what sheltering has to do with it. Tell your subordinates to leave. We have things to discuss.
All of you outside!
As you wish.
Tidak boleh, ini areanya Mamah Yai.
Guji-ai, I'm a little curious. Does it not also dishonor the Shogun to hide a wanted criminal at her grand shrine?
You're the same as ever, Kujo-Sara. No one can match you when it comes to loyalty to the Shogun.
As a servant, loyalty to the Shogun is my duty. And as a warrior, I dedicate my life to following the way of the Shogun.
Even though she will one day seize your vision too.
The Vision
Meskipun
Hunt
harus
Decree is the
mengambil
Shogun's chosen
visionmu
course,
juga.
and I shall not question it.
Oh, it's tragic.
Sangat loyal
Such
ya.
wholehearted devotion rendered meaningless by circumstance. Have you been kept in the dark? Or are you the only one left in the light?
Lady Guji, I need you to be direct. Tell me exactly what you mean.
The Vision Hunt Decree is a trap. Part of a Fatui plot to bring Inazuma to its knees. And your masters, the Kujo clan of the Tenryou Commission, they're the ones keeping the truth from reaching the Shogun.
You're
Menyembunyikan
saying
sesuatu
the
dari Shogun
Kujo
ya.
clan betrayed the Shogunate?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Guji Yai, Your allegation is not only dangerous, but ridiculous. The Tri-Commission has served the Shogun since ancient times
Tri-Commission tuh
and
punya
remains
Ayaka terus dua
absolutely
ini.
loyal to this day.
Makanya
Ever since
Ayaka
I was
kalah kan,
adopted by the
2 lawan
Kujo
1
clan,
soalnya.
I have seen and
Diserahkan ke
heard
3
nothing
itu
but
gitu.
pure devotion toward the
Urusannya
Shogun.
Shogun itu.
At every level of the Tenryou Commission, especially from the head of the clan, Kujo Takayuki. He reveres the Muso no Hitotachi more than anyone. My own respect for the Shogun pales in comparison to his. How could he ever even dream of acting against the Shogun?
3 days. Come back here in 3 days and I will show you the evidence. As a Guji, there's one thing I know very well. People believe whatever they want to believe. Some things you do not see, simply because you do not wish to look. And so, it falls to me to place the truth before your eyes, in all its ugliness.
3 days? I'll be here. But if I don't see any evidence, I will demand a formal apology for slandering the Kujo clan. Also, she will have to come with me.
Wonderful. Then I'll see you in 3 days. I look forward to it very much.
Oke, udah kita ini ya. Kita buat kesepakatan.
Scary. Paimon wasn't expecting to run into Kujosara here. But, Miko, you mentioned evidence of the Tenryou Commission's betrayal. Is that all in hand and good to go? Or...
Why are you always asking so many questions? Of course not. I just had to say something because I clearly wasn't convincing her.
Not entirely unexpected.
As plans go, changing the deity's mind is a huge gamble to begin with. We can't expect to be in control of every last detail when we're facing off against a god, can we?
Okay, but what are we gonna do though? We only have 3 days.
If we wanted our evidence, we're going to need some help. Now, come with me. We must awaken the professional.
Siapa ini? Si Anu ya? Jangan si Toma. Bukan nih. Siapa ini? Kenapa ke Kinju Forest? Masa ke Yoroi? Ke Kichibo sih? Apa ini? Find the helper. Oke, kita harus cari yang mau nolong. Ini. Oh, si Sayu, guys. Yang nolongin kita.
That toy Tanuki just turned into a human! What's going on? Paimon's never seen one of these before.
Not a Tanuki. I'm a Muchina. I'm so tired. If I don't get enough sleep, it'll stunt my growth.
Is this the professional you were talking about?
Ninja anjir.
She doesn't look very professional at all.
She is a member of the Shiumatsuban, a genuine, bona fide ninja.
Iya kan ninja anjir.
Wow, a ninja? So was that one of those legendary ninja transformation techniques? Anyway, what's the Shiumatsuban?
It belongs to the Yashiro Commission, a secret unit under Kamisato Ayato. Now, Kamisato Ayato and the Yashiro Commission are neutral parties, so I have no right to give orders to the Shiumatsuban.
Pasukannya
However,
Ayato.
convincing their most chronically lazy member to help us is well within my abilities. Here's what I need you to do. Go into town and find evidence of the Tenryou Commission's betrayal. It would not be appropriate for me to be seen there myself.
You make it sound so simple, like...
Apa buktinya?
Oh, I thought you would have figured it out by now. All right then. I'll indulge you with a little more information. For a complete outsider, probing the inner workings of the Tenryou Commission is nigh on impossible. But since the 3 commissions work together to serve the Shogun, they have a close relationship. Someone from one of the other commissions might have an easier job of figuring out what they're up to.
Yashiro Commission.
Now you're following me. The Shogun's army haven't given up on their search for you yet. But with the help of this Shiumatsuban ninja, I'm sure you'll be able to rendezvous with your friends. Don't forget, we're on a tight schedule here. Be sure to bring back the evidence in good time.
Oke, langsung kita cari ya. Kita ke tea house. Kita ganti lagi deh guys, si Xiangling kita ganti si Albudi lagi dulu deh.
Let's investigate this further.
Let's dance. Toma, you there? It's us. We're back.
What brings you here? Did you meet with the Resistance? How's the battle going? Is it safe for me to come out yet?
Not just yet. We saw people patrolling on our way here.
So, it's still not over. I guess you came here because you have something to discuss? I'll get someone to call for Miss Kamisato. Bear with me for 1 second.
Oke. Sudah kita kasih tahu ya.
I see. You have been through a lot since we last met. I understand. You need evidence of the Tenryou Commission's betrayal. Let me think. Now that you mention it, there is one thing that has always concerned me. The Shogun's army has been at war with the Resistance for a long time now, but not once has the Shogun ever inquired about it. I used to think that she simply didn't care, but looking at it now, perhaps the problem all along has been with the Tenryou Commission's reports to the Shogun.
Nggak ngelaporkan apa-apa ya.
The Tenryou
Jangan-jangan.
Commission presides over domestic military affairs. If they ever had any intention of concealing information in their reports, we would have no way of knowing. Meanwhile, the Shogun would incorrectly conclude that the Vision Hunt decree poses no threat and would stick to her decision. If we had access to their reports, it would confirm everything.
But as I recall, the only person authorized to access that kind of official documentation is Kujo Takayuki. It's heavily guarded too. Even with Sayu's help, swiping a document from under their noses is no easy task.
If only there was a way we could distract the guards just for long enough.
We've done this before.
Yoimiya's fireworks!
Yeah.
That's a very Toma-sounding suggestion, but it's a reasonable one. The statue of the omnipresent god is right by the Tenryou Commission. If someone set off fireworks near the statue, they certainly wouldn't ignore it. While they were preoccupied with that, Sayu could infiltrate the Tenryou Commission and take the
Jadi
report,
kita
as
nyalain
well as any other evidence she
kembang
might
api
need.
di patungnya biar
Right. It feels
pada
like I'm getting closer and
ini.
closer to being a free man again.
Biar apa? Biar pada ke distract terus si Sayu masuk.
It
Nah,
feels like it's been an eternity since we last sat down and talked like this.
it's not been quite that
Well,
long.
it certainly felt like it to me. I've been looking forward to seeing you again every
Ronan
day
juga
since I got
Toma.
here. This tea house used to be my favorite hiding place, but now I've honestly lost track of how long it's been since I last set foot outside of here. Oh man, I want to go to the hot springs so badly.
Poor Toma. Let's focus on the issue at hand. The sooner the Vision Hunt decree is abolished, the sooner Toma will be free. This was a reunion of sorts, but there's no time to catch up. We'll celebrate properly when it's all over.
Ooh, let's play the hot pot game again.
You're still thinking about that? The Tenryou Commission is heavily guarded. Be careful when you get near. Let's meet back here afterwards. Alright, first let's go to Hanamizaka to find Yoimiya.
Oke, kita cari Yoimiya dulu. Kok kita bisa sit di sini? Ya ampun, baru tahu gua. Walah, oke. Bisa sitnya kayak gitu, Cok, lucu. Oke. Minta kembang apinya si Yoimiya. Di situ juga ada shrine kecil-kecilan gitu. Lucu ya. Itu orangnya di situ. Tolongin woi.
Yoimiya, we need an extra large firework. The super duper big kind. Extra large firework? You sure came to the right person. I
As it happens, I made this really souped up one just a couple days ago. But it's so powerful that I haven't found anywhere I can test it out yet. Huh, may as well give it to you. Let me know how it turns out.
Kita nyalain di patung anjir.
Move well away from it after you light the fuse, and try to avoid burning your clothes. Also, it's best that you cover your ears.
Why does Paimon feel so nervous all of a sudden?
Don't worry, it's just a firework. Come on, what's the worst that could happen?
We'll give it a try. Thanks, Yoimiya.
Yuk, kita nyalakan.
Well, we got our distraction. Now we just need to wait for nightfall.
Jam berapa nih? Oh, sudah jam segini, guys. Super sized firework. Kurang beberapa jam lagi. Cuman kita kemana dulu ya? Untuk mengisi ya bisa sih kita ubah. Cuman gua mau kemana dulu ya? Ini yang susah itu bukan ya? Waduh, udah lupa gua guys. Apa ini ya? Wah, nggak usah deh guys. Gue sebenarnya mau bikin senjata, cuman mana ya? Kalau kita bikin pun terus naikinnya juga lama buat si cinta guys. Jadi gue udah nemu, udah dapet apa? Udah dapet ini materialnya, cuman tinggal kita apakan ya. Daripada muter-muter ini, kita coba deh guys ya, kita coba sini deh. Gue juga nggak mau menghabiskan waktu, tinggal beberapa jam sih, cuman coba kita ini nambah nggak ya waktunya. Kalau nggak ya udah sih, kita coba. Ini belum kan, udah skin up dulu. Ini yang susah itu apa yang bukan ya, gue lupa soalnya. Pyro, Electro, or Anemo. Pyro, Electro, or Anemo. Kita pakai ini dulu deh.
I'll bring my seasonings.
Kok pakai animo juga ya?
Let's investigate this further.
Ini dulu deh. Kita cek. Oh, beda. Bukan yang ini ya, yang bukan yang ini, apa yang ini ya? Ya yang ini ya, yang oh bukan yang ini guys, berarti kita keluar. Ini gue belum tahu cara ininya. cara apanya, cara menyelesaikannya, puzzle-nya nanti deh ya, gue cari dulu. Kita kesini dulu aja. King of Thieves coba yang ini. Susah apa gampang nih di sini? Jam berapa ini Pak Imon? Udah jam 8. Oke, sama ya. Langsung aja sikat. Sama, ntar paling gua ngelawan bos ini, Geo ini deh. Buat mengurangi waktu sambil. Oke, langsung ini kayaknya.
Nice and spicy. No touching.
Suffocate.
10 ini langsung di-fit ya. Oke, cepat berarti.
Suffocate.
This is long overdue.
Test subject.
Wancing, sakit banget tuh.
Burst forth, moment of birth.
Defense-nya cinta dikit soalnya guys, makanya sakit banget ya.
All hail. Lupa, get them.
Live.
Born of ice and frost.
Cut down.
Yes. Nambah lagi.
This will do.
Access denied.
One strike will suffice. Taste my blade.
No touching!
Coming to be!
Let's dance.
Anjing.
Next on the agenda, Born of Ice and Frost.
Teng, 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 teng.
Live!
Access denied.
Nice and spicy.
This will end you. You win.
Blaze over.
Tuh.
Coming to
no
be!
more.
Feel the sage power!
Bam.
You're toast. Boba, get them.
My blade.
Finally, the perfect distance.
Born of Ice and Frost.
To the very
All hail.
Burst forth!
Out of the frying pan.
Hi. No touching.
Oke, tinggal 2.
We're way behind schedule.
Alright, beres. Nice.
Test subject.
Nice. We did it. Alright, let's go back. Keluar dari sini mana? Oke. Nice, berhasil guys. Satu domain berhasil kita selesaikan lagi. Nambah nggak jamnya? Kita masuk domain. Oh, nambah guys. Kurang beberapa menit lagi. Mending kita balik ke Inazuma aja dulu. Kita atur posisi lagi. Si Albudi, Traveler.
There's still a long
Ya,
road ahead.
Albudi.
Some in the field
Oke, kita ke Inazuma lagi. Kayaknya kita akan langsung ke ini deh, ke dekat patungnya. BadRush dia langsung di sini, cok. Ini kita cepetin aja nggak apa-apa. Kurang beberapa jam lagi. Wah, must be greater. Ya udah. Nih ya. Oke. Udah kan? Bisa kan harusnya? Alright. Kemana, Cok? Wah, bawah sini ya. Kita jeblokin di sini anjir. Wah, itu dia di situ ternyata. Kita ledakin di sini. Gimana ini?
Pretty much how I thought. There are loads and loads of people. If one of them spots me, I'll get caught. We need to get rid of them, or I won't be
Kantornya di
able to
sini
sneak
tuh.
inside. After I get the document, let's meet back at Komari Tea House, okay?
Oke.
Also, if I do get caught, please come rescue me.
Jangan ketangkap ya, biar nggak
Really a
nambahin
good idea.
kerjaan.
Anyway, let's make our way to the statue. Careful does it. Watch out for guards and don't get caught.
Oke. Tuh, ngesatnya di situ pula. Oh ya, di sini kok.
What is this? By the look of it, Paimon's ears are gonna get blown off.
Lari. Gak usah pakai teleport. Oh, ada waktunya.
You are officially nuts. Uh-oh, they're all coming this way. Quick, run!
What's going on?
Aduh, ini anjing lah. Aduh, ini kayak mana coba? Lari aja guys. Anjing. Jalannya nggak enak, Cok. Anjing, jalannya nggak enak banget. Fuck, untung aja. Hasil kabur kita. Udah, Mbak.
Well,
How did it go?
Well,
Well done. Let's wait for news from Sayu. I know exercise helps you grow, but this was a little too much exercise. I feel so dizzy.
pasti
Everyone
muter-muter.
is spinning. No, I can't sleep yet. There was something important I was supposed to do first. Oh, right, yeah, I got it. I didn't know how to find a document you guys were talking about, so I just swiped a whole bunch of stuff that looks suspicious. Here you go. I'm going to sleep now.
My lady, what are we looking at?
This sealed envelope must be an official report that the Tenryou Commission is preparing to present to the Shogun. In addition, we have correspondence with the Fatui. It seems that Gujiae was right. They have been fomenting unrest behind the scenes. This should be ample evidence. Please take them to Gujiae. I trust she will have a plan for the next step. I will also gather some people to try and root out the rest of the Fatui and Inazuma.
Still, mind yourself when you face the Shogun. I still get goosebumps just thinking about her drawing that blade.
Again, we'll just have to trust Gujiae. She is close to the Shogun, so maybe she will have a way. If Paimon remembers correctly, it should be time for a meeting with Yaimiko soon. Let's pack up our things and get ready to head to the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Oke, langsung kita ketemu si Mama ya. Oh, belum kelihatan. Kita dapat dokumen dan apa namanya buktinya. Kita dapat email. Oh, dapat hadiah guys. Let's go back.
Lady Guji, here I am, as promised.
Emang udah 3 hari anjir.
Rest assured I came here alone and told no one about this trip.
I knew you would keep your promise after all. I'm sure you've barely been able to take your mind off it these past few days. Have you managed to get any sleep at all?
Apa bisa tidur?
You're quite mistaken. I would never doubt the leaders of my clan. So, where is your proof?
Here.
Ah, how wonderful. Everyone's keeping their promises today.
Oh, you wouldn't believe what we had to go through to get our hands on this stuff.
Hand them to Sarah. She can examine them for herself.
What is this? I see this document bears the official seal of the head of the Kujo clan, and it doesn't look like a forgery. I don't understand. Not a single word about the resistance, Sangonomiya, or the situation on the front line. What about the soldiers who gave their lives on the front line, or the hardship endured by the people? Do they deserve no mention? Utter disregard for human life. Why would they want to hide it?
For the sake of the Vision Hunt decree, of course. Don't you think the Shogun might reconsider her policy if all of the things you just mentioned appeared in this report?
So, the Tenryou Commission, they are deliberately deceiving the Shogun?
Yes. Now, who else do you think might be benefiting from the Vision Hunt decree?
This is a letter from the Tenryou Commission to the Fatui. The head of the Kujo clan kept this a secret from the Shogun too.
Well, the things you wanted to see but also wished not to see are here before you. Surely, you aren't planning to turn a blind eye to them?
So everything I've ever held on to, it's all... How could they? Ugh! This betrayal is unforgivable! Takayuki, you've got some explaining to do!
Sabar dong.
Kujo-Sara seems pretty angry, huh? Looks like our Tenryou rebellion is successfully underway.
Ya, tapi pemimpin Shogun Army si
Hold
Kujo-Sara
on,
emang.
traveler. There's something else we need to discuss.
Huh?
Last time you entered the plane of Euthymia, it was in front of the statue of the omnipresent god, correct?
Benar.
You must find a way to recreate the circumstances of that day. If you can get the Raiden Shogun to open her heart to you once more before the statue of the omnipresent god, you will have the opportunity you need.
I'll
Take this
do my
with you as a
best.
farewell gift.
What is it?
The omamori
Masih
from the
jimat,
Grand
anjir.
Narukami Shrine are very potent indeed. I thought I'd put one aside for you. If you find yourself at your wit's end, take it out and see what happens. Maybe your prayers will be answered and all your problems will disappear in the blink of an eye. Or if you ever think about me during your journey, take it out, won't you? Who knows? Maybe I'll just end up appearing right in front of you.
Cut it out, Fox Lady. This isn't the time or place to be poking fun at the traveler.
I'm sorry. Well then, time for you to face my hopeless fool of a friend. I'm counting on you.
Oke, saatnya duel lagi. Let's go. Kita ke patungnya lagi, mencoba membuka apa namanya, jalan untuk ke dunianya si Raiden Shogun lagi. Dan nggak dijaga kan kalau kayak gini? Wah, itu udah ada video Sarah. Mbak, ikut Mbak.
You followed me here? You've got guts, I'll give you that. Since you are a witness, I suppose I can shield you from arrest. At least until I have received an explanation from Takayuki. But if it turns out that you have been deceptive in this matter, then not only will you be arrested immediately, but you'll also be charged with one more crime. Do I make myself clear?
Perfectly clear.
Good.
Kemana Mbak? Oke. Level 88 ya. Tidak ada ini kok, tidak ada apa namanya, elemen yang dibutuhkan, maksudnya yang dikhususkan. Jadi
Apologies, ma'am. Orders from the top.
kita bisa
No one is allowed to enter.
langsung tiba-tiba pakai ini.
Out of my way! I need to speak to him. I won't tell you twice.
Wosha. Cara mengamuk. Pakai apa ini? Vonis Warbo ya? Kita mau lihat dulu guys. Wih, 1.000, 2.000, level 88. Weaponnya Vonis Warbo, oke. Tepatnya Nobles Obligis C3. Jalan, wah, 8811 cok.
Quiver!
Kita pakai ini deh.
Formation! Soldiers, quick!
Moment of birth.
Boom!
Storm the front!
Boom! Mana?
Teach me a lesson.
Let the show begin. Come on,
Salah
we
pencet.
can do it. Shake! Drop! No touching!
Coming to be. Witness my great undertaking.
Quiver! Glory to the show!
Boom!
This is long overdue.
Boom! Bam! Bam! Bam!
I dare
Bam!
you!
Bam! Aduh. Kurang ajar.
Show me what you've
No
got.
touching!
Lucu Sarah. Bam!
Coming to be.
Bam!
Moment of birth.
Don't hold
Bam! Bam!
Rumble apart!
Bam!
Starfall!
Bam!
All hail!
Boom!
strike first!
Storm the front!
Bam! Bam! Asik banget pakai lucu Sarah.
Show me what you've got.
Quiver!
Bam!
I'll protect us.
Get them!
Burst forth.
Bam!
I
Bam!
dare you!
Coming to be.
Bam! Alah.
Witness my great undertaking.
Bam!
Quick!
Bam!
Flash!
Bam!
Shake!
Bam! Bam!
Watch your step.
For Rex Lepis!
Strike!
Show me what you've got.
Glory to the show!
Bam!
Back.
Live! Moment of birth!
No touching!
Who goes there? Get them!
Quiver!
Withdraw! Stop! Sarah, have you gone insane? How dare you disregard my orders?
Master,
Go on, ask him. Don't let him intimidate you.
Iyalah.
Master Takayuki, I've seen the report to the throne and the letter to the Fatui. Please, tell me why.
So this is how my documents went missing from headquarters. You stole them.
Should I take your words to mean that these documents were not forgeries? They were really penned by your own hand. Please tell me, Master. I need to know. Has the Tenryo Commission really betrayed the Shogunate?
Yes, I have dealings with the Fatui, and yes, the report you saw was penned by my hand.
He just came right out and admitted it.
The diplomats from Snezhnaya promised a very generous reward indeed. And all they requested of me in return was to see that the Vision Hunt decree is upheld. For too long, the Kujo clan's position has been coveted by so many. There is no shortage of clans who would tear us down at the first opportunity. So, when the chance arose to gain the backing of another powerful nation and crack down on our enemies at the
mau
same
menguasai
time,
semuanya kan?
it appeared to
Dan
me
Rio
to be
Commission
an
ini.
excellent deal. I simply saw no need to inform you, Sarah.
But you worship the Shogun. How can you betray her after all this time and act like it's nothing?
Betrayal? How can you call this a betrayal? The Fatui may think they are using me, but the reverse is true. What could they possibly hope to achieve? When the lightning strikes in Inazuma, they shall fall to their knees and tremble, paralyzed by fear and trepidation. After all, none can contend with the supreme power of the almighty Raiden Shogun and the Muso no Hitotachi!
Yeah. He doesn't worship the Raiden Shogun herself, but her power as a warrior. Especially the Muso no Hitotachi. In fact, he seems to be way too into it.
But Master, what about loyalty? Ever since I was adopted by the Kujo clan, you taught me the importance of loyalty from servants to their superiors. But it's clear to me now that you wanted my loyalties to stop with the Kujo clan. So you were scared that I would betray you one day? You hypocrite! Preaching about virtue just to mask your own wretched selfishness!
Selfishness? I am but safeguarding the eternity of the Kujo clan. I'm quite sure the almighty Shogun would be sympathetic to that. As would the former head of our clan.
Hate to say it, but his ego is getting in the way. If he thinks the Kujo clan is a match for the Fatui, Paimon thinks he's in for a nasty surprise.
I've doubted the Vision Hunt decree in the past. I asked myself, is this truly the correct thing to do? Even though it goes against what I know in my heart to be right. But I chose to obey the Shogun. For as long as she leads the way, who among us is qualified to judge between right and wrong when we have not yet reached the end of the path? But now I realize that the path of eternity is one without end, while this path, it has long since been defiled by your selfish ways. So I'm going to tell the Shogun the truth about all this. If nothing else, my conscience will be clear.
Stubborn and futile. Report
Tapi kan
to the
mereka nggak
Shogun
tahu ya,
if
yang
you
mereka
so
temui
wish.
selama ini cuma boneka.
The Kujo
Yang
clan's
asli
position
yang
is
ada
now
di dunia nyata.
unshakable, and nothing you can do will
Ya meskipun
change
mungkin
this.
tetap terhubung
The
ya.
Shogun is at
Tetap yang mengendalikan
Tenshukaku
Shogun
receiving
itu.
a Snezhnayan diplomat, a harbinger by the name of Signora.
Signora's the one behind all this? Not her again. Way back in Rito, Lady Hiragi said something about the Kanjo Commissioner meeting with an arrogant-sounding woman. We should have known.
Wah, anjir itu udah
diplomat
lama
from
banget nih di
Snezhnaya.
Hiragi.
Well, if If she thinks she's leaving Inazuma in one piece, she's got another thing coming.
Sarah stormed off! Do you think she's gonna go barge into Tenshukaku right now? You can say that again! Alright then, let's do this!
Ayo kita lawan si Senyora. Gak gelut lawan dia nih. Oke, langsung aja guys, kita selesaikan. Makin seru nih. Masih Act 3 kan? Iya, masih Act 3. Jadi kita selesaikan, kayaknya ini udah battle terakhir deh. Kita ke ini ya. Kita ke apa? Ke tempatnya siapa ini? Ini kan kantornya Kujo ya, ya kan? Di Tenryu Commission. Nah, kalau ini baru kerajaannya Raiden Shogun. Wah, anjir udah pada KO. Wah, ini Senyora udah berulah nih. Ayo kita selamatkan. Udah pada semaput anjir. Kita belum pernah masuk ke sini samsek ya. Ada peti atau apa gitu yang berguna atau apa? Anjir gak ada alat teleportnya tapi.
What's going on?
Oke, tidak ada ini lagi juga. Jadi kita pakai seperti biasa. Let's go. Apakah kita akan lawan Senyora? Oh. Tuh, Kujo sana mana? Anjir. Sedih kau.
The way people charge in here as they please. So uncivilized. If I didn't know this was Tenshukaku, I might have mistaken it for some kind of street market. Have you learned your lesson now?
Oh no! What has she done to Kumasara?
The right to punish Inazumans for their crimes is mine alone. Not yours, Signora. Then I apologize, Almighty Shogun. I know, you can't get me out of your mind. But you really don't need to call my name all the time. Don't go thinking I'm surprised to see you here. I'm well aware that you hate me, with the way you follow me around like a dark shadow. Ah, so you came to expose my crimes in front of the Shogun? I'm just a Snezhnayan diplomat. I'm afraid I have no idea what you're talking about.
She doesn't take us seriously at all!
Stop talking about people and things that I care nothing about. They were nobodies to begin with, and their names will be forgotten. But now, at least, they get to be building blocks in the grand revolution to realize eternity. Is that not the greatest honor they could hope for? In their tiny little lives? Almighty Shogun, do correct me if I'm wrong. That's ancient history. You certainly love to hold a grudge. The Tsaritsa's dream is the noblest and purest thing in all the world. These other mundane details you insist on mentioning, they're just necessary sacrifices. That's all. You stop me? For what it's worth, I've grown tired of seeing you around as well. But I didn't have you down as someone quite so foolhardy. Before you go saying something you can't take back, remember that you're Inazuma's most wanted criminal. I suggest you consider your circumstances very carefully. Charging into Tenshukaku uninvited and lecturing me in front of the Shogun wasn't the brightest move. Don't you think it's time you stopped digging? I'm not sure you realize quite how much distance there is between us, both in status and in strength.
I challenge you to a duel before the throne.
Proceed.
Akhirnya ngomong anjir. Nah gitu loh, dikasih suara kan nggak masalah anjir.
So you've learned to make the law of the land work for you too. I'll admit that I never expected to be in a situation where the two of us were on equal footing. You are aware that the loser must die. Are you sure this is what you want?
Traveler!
Then I will deign to share this last dance with you. Till death do us part!
Anjir, duel, cuk.
Let's dance.
A lesson on harbinger power and elegance? As you wish.
Waduh, kok kayaknya butuh api anjir.
Crumble apart!
Wah, anjir.
Blaze over.
Terus apa itu, cuk?
Coming to be testable.
We're way behind schedule.
Ini oke. Anjir.
Starball!
Live detestable ancient power.
Born of ice and frost.
Let the show begin.
Oh, ini buat ini ya, buat kenapa kita serang tadi? Ini buat ngurangin ini, guys. Buat ngurangin apa? Heal kita.
Shame!
Duh. Aduh.
You've got some nerve laying your hands on me. Harbinger power has become burdensome. I will manifest my destiny anew. Await my emergence and tremble, traveler. You have reason to be afraid.
Oh, itu. Oke. Mana lagi?
The Tsaritsa's benevolence has no place for transgressors.
Aduh, fuck.
The pale flame smolders.
Tenang. Kita punya Barbara, tenang. Kita masih bisa nge-heal, cok. Buka kau. Oke. Anjir. Jadi api, cok. Habis es. Tenang, kita punya air. What the hell? Wah, anjir, ini kayak child gitu ya? Ini bentuknya ya?
Pale flame, lay waste to frozen shell and witness my suffering. In fires of sin and retribution, your soul will be incinerated.
Oke, sekarang ini buat mendinginkan kita. Oke.
Come to be.
For Rex Lapis.
Let's go. Anjing bisa hilang nih.
Not every wound will heal. Not even ashes will remain.
Wah, apaan tuh?
Witness my great undertaking.
Bam!
Let's dance. Starball!
Ini jangan sampai hancur anjir. Woi.
Next on the agenda.
Immolation, a cherished agony.
Anjir, keren cok, kayak lagunya lawan Sephiroth anjir. Kayak lagunya, wah iya beneran sih. Bener sih kata temen gua kalau dia fansnya FF7 sih. Bagus banget cok lagunya, sumpah. Final Fantasy 5 cok. What the hell?
Embrace your searing reckoning.
Jangan diserang punya.
No touching.
For Rex Lapis. Anjing mati. What the hell? Shit. Tidak cinta mati dong. Anjir, keren cok, sumpah. Gue malah ini apa Malah excited sama lagunya anjir. Keren coba. Oke. Oh, ada ini ya juga deh. Aduh cinta. Hey, makan dong. Ih, keren sumpah lagunya keren. Untuk sempat jurus bajingan. Gimana nih orangnya mana, Cok? What the fuck? Wah, anjir sakit banget. Hey, ini gimana nih? Hey, serius nih?
Let's dance.
Ini enggak. Ini masih ini loh.
Not even ashes will remain.
Wah, anjing sakit banget, Cok, sumpah. Wah, anjing. Lebih susah yang apa, Cok? Oh, emang harus dihancurin, anjing. Ya Allah. Kirain kita suruh ini aja. Oke, oh gitu, oke. Ayo caranya.
Burst forth.
Yeah, I'll protect us. Rumble apart.
Heal dulu.
Born of ice and frost.
Ternyata itu emang harus dihancurin biar kita ini. Makanya kok. Biar kita jadi dingin lagi. Oke, baru ngerti anjing. Gitu caranya.
Dance, my pretty.
Wait. Let's dance.
Oke, sudah. Iya kan? Alright.
Burst forth.
Tapi kita di dekatnya juga bisa sih, guys. Sini aja. Wush. Meteorain, Cok. Bajingan, Cok. Meteorain, Cok.
Embrace your searing reckoning.
Come into being.
Wah, anjir, keluar itu lagi, Cok. Hey. Wah, anjing.
Let the show begin.
Anjing ini mana lagi loh?
Born of ice and
Dikit
frost.
lagi, Cok. Jurus dulu.
Go, Barbara, go!
Embrace your searing reckoning. Not every wound will heal.
Come into being.
Starball!
Burst forth.
I'm just way out of... Oh, no!
Embrace your searing reckoning. Dance, my pretties. Embrace your searing reckoning.
Mana?
Who dares call me a witch?
Dikit lagi. Mati kau, anjing. Keren sumpah lagunya keren, Cok.
So strong, but how?
Harusnya bisa diganti senjatanya ya. Nah, ini duel sampai mati, Cok. Mau ngapain nih? Anjir. Mau dipenggal jangan-jangan.
I am a Snezhnayan diplomat. You know what happens if you lay a finger on me. I swear, if you strike me, I will make sure. The Fatui will make sure that your precious Inazuma.
Anjir, ngeri, Cok.
Stop! I order you, and you, filthy rats, all of you.
Wah, udah hopeless sih. Mati, Cok.
You are the enemy of eternity. But as the victor, I acknowledge your honor. Therefore, I shall allow you to leave Tenshukaku alive.
Oh, apa karena dia ini ya? Apa karena dia apa namanya? Ini ya. Apa? Cuma apa namanya, guys? Kenapa ini kita? Apa karena dia cuma puppet ya makanya? Kenapa ini? Wah, anjir, ngamuk ini si Raiden Shogun. Bagaimana nih? Signora Island, dia cok mati cok. Signora mati. Anjir.
One strike from the Shogun and now Signora's gone.
Anjir, bener-bener. Brak. The fuck.
She got what she deserved.
Yes sih, katanya kan duel sampai mati.
Feel upset. Why are they doing it? Why are the Harbingers collecting all the no-seeds? Huh? Traveler, got a headache? Chin up.
What's happen ini,
Get out
anjir?
of this place.
Suruh mencet-mencet anjir.
Unsettled.
Kaget aja. Kalau nggak kita pencet gimana ya? Nggak tahu nih. Iya, kalau nggak kita pencet apa yang terjadi ya? Gagal kah? Atau ngulangi lagi kah? Atau gimana? Atau akan mengubah cerita? I don't know. Ntar coba kalian cari di Google, di YouTube guys. Paling aja kalau kalian nggak mencet space-nya apa yang terjadi itu. Ini kenapa jadi gini sih tampilannya? What happened? Rencana ya Miko.
Miko wants us to go back inside the plane of Euthymia by the statue of the omnipresent god.
Kenapa sih ini kita?
But we'll be like lambs to the slaughter, won't we? Oh, maybe we could put this plan on hold for a while. There's the sound of electro zapping in the air. Paimon can barely breathe. Traveler, are you okay? You're so silent.
So noisy outside, sangat berisik di luar. What happened?
Sounds like there's a lot of noise coming from outside Tenshikaku. Has a fight broken out or something? Oh, the guards seem really nervous. Well, let's go see what the situation is, shall we?
Apa nih scene-nya? Tadi nggak ada Paimon loh. Wah, kebuka. Ini yang asli ini dia. Anjir. Wah, langsung nyala, Cok. Punyanya Kazuha.
There
Itu
will
punya
always
temennya
be
ya.
those who dare to brave the lightning's glow.
Anjing, buang. Wah. Anjir, ditahan sama Kazuha, Cok. Ini yang asli. Orang keluar dari itu. Wah, anjir. Jadi punya dua. Wah, anjir, kalah, Cok. Kaget anjir. Itu punya temennya anjir. Yang mau jadiin hadiah kan. Anjir. Tapi dia sendiri loh. Yakin. Wih, pada hidup semua. Jendro juga anjir. Padahal, percaya pada. Wah, anjir. Wah, langsung bawa masuk ke dunianya. Aduh, masa battle lagi, Cuk. Tadi belum beres loh. Nah, ini yang asli. Ah, iya. Anjir kok. Bingung bedain ya.
So, we meet again.
Di depan sini. Aduh, masa gelut lagi, Cuk. What the hell? Tadi papetnya sih.
Indulge my curiosity.
Jangan gelut dong.
What is the reason that I find you standing here before me once again? Do you hope your foolhardiness will shelter those people? Or was it simply a means of seeking an audience with me? Oh? Surely you didn't rouse me from my state of eternal meditation only to tell me this. If so, then you underestimate me. I am quite well informed about the Vision Hunt decree.
Maksudku kamu tahu
Not
semua
so.
yang terjadi di luar.
Only everything that pertains to eternity. The Vision Hunt decree has my tacit approval. The Fatui's actions thus far do not constitute a threat to eternity. Otherwise, they would have been purged long ago. Individual ambition is inherently incompatible with eternity. What you might not realize is that all too often, people have far more to lose by chasing their dreams. Consider this. No one will lose their life on account of having their vision taken away. Rather, those who have lost their lives are the ones who insisted on pursuing their own aspirations, are they not? Traveler, your existence is unique in my eyes. There seems to be limitless uncertainty in you. To put it another way, you are the furthest thing from eternity. So, I won't insist that you comprehend the meaning of my actions. What matters is that I tread the path of eternity on my people's behalf. That's right. I'm surprised you understand it so well.
Kan udah dikasih tahu sama si Emiko juga.
You're looking for a chance to shake my will, aren't you?
Iya. Tapi kok bukan mengdebat. Oh, untuk mengano ya.
So be it.
Untuk meniadakan.
Well then, you who would defy eternity, time for you to enlighten me.
Aduh, masa ya dengan cara berduel, janco. Aduh.
Do you wish to become the enemy of eternity, traveler?
Anjir, kok nggak apa-apa? Kok nggak apa-apa, janco, kok nggak apa-apa dia.
Coming to be, witness my great undertaking.
This is long overdue.
Anjir, tetap nggak apa-apa, Cok. Ini emang nggak masuk akal emang ini. Ya.
Starball. Access denied.
Anjir. Oke, aduh, udah lumayan sih tapi. Anjing.
Way out of. Come on, we can do it. Let the show begin.
Falls on the land of eternity.
No touching.
Wah, anjing cepet dong. Oke. Lumayan 3.000.
Strike dead.
Access denied.
Wah.
Burst forth.
No touching.
Waduh. Belum mati.
I'll protect us. Oh.
Aduh.
This ends now.
Kok kayaknya nyawanya nambah sih, masa iya? Enggak deh. Perasaanku aja kan. Masa iya nyawanya nambah?
Evasion is futile.
Starball.
Coming to be.
Blaze over.
One.
I will mold you into the foundations of eternity. This ends now.
No touching.
Instabilities will be removed.
Wapan. Aduh, nggak bisa nge-heal.
Next on the agenda.
Wah, cinta mati lagi, canco. Bentar. Hei, sabar dong. Anjing sakit banget, cok. Aduh, ini tuh sebenarnya ya pertahanannya Ganyu aja yang soalnya kecil banget guys. Cuman dia kalau nggak diserang cepet susah juga. Kita kasih obat dulu. Tenang. Kita masih bisa nyerang pakai ini. Oh iya, soalnya untung kita bawa ini ya, traveler ya. Wah, mati lagi masa. Wah, anjing, bentar dong. Waduh, kita nggak. Aduh, mati duluan pula anjing. Sabar anjing. Wah, anjing. Aduh, apa sih? Aduh, lari-lari planenya. Oh, sudah berhasil anjing emang. Untung kita bawa traveler coba. Karena dia kan nggak pakai vision. Wah,
Dear me, aren't you cutting it rather close?
Oh, terus bisa manggil ke dunianya.
Miko, this was your doing?
Now. Don't forget who taught you how to place your consciousness in objects. Surely you don't think your ambition alone is enough to shake A's will, do you? Though you alone are here, they too have ambitions, which they long since entrusted to you.
Apa ini? Kasih kekuatan nih.
Now then, close your eyes.
What's happening?
We have abolished the Vision Hunt Decree.
Itu siapa kita? Kesurupan apa kita? Wow. Oke. Wait.
We're way behind schedule.
Whoa.
I'll protect us. This is long overdue.
What's happened?
Born of ice and frost.
Live! Witness the great undertaking!
Starfall!
Wah, jadi normal. Nah, ini loh.
All desire can be
Wah. Karena.
Feel this ancient power!
Bam.
Starfall!
Your verdict is decided.
Let the show begin.
All will be severed.
Crumble apart!
Ya, jadi normal anjir berkurangnya. Nah, nggak kayak orang gila kayak tadi nggak apa-apa nih.
Burst forth! Moments of birth!
Anjir.
Drop! Blaze over!
Live! Feel this ancient power!
This one, a fleeting shadow.
Kita dapat
Born of ice and frost.
buff, Cok.
Come into being!
Ready, steady, go! I'll protect us. Ha! Shake!
This one, a fleeting shadow.
Witness my great undertaking!
For Rex Lepis! Starfall!
Hahaha. Jadi normal anjir serangannya.
You've lost, eh?
Yes, I have.
Why can you not trust your people and in the power of their ambitions? These ambitions have transcended space and time. They are something that no one can snuff out. Is this the lesson you learned from your journey in Liyue? There are
Yes.
nations where humans cast their god aside and stride forward. So are we to just abandon the notion of progress for the sake of wishful thinking?
You and I have both witnessed the great loss that progress can bring. Eternity. Eternity is the only way.
Nah, ini
When
ceritanya nih.
lightning flashes, it casts a shadow. My name means shadow. With my blade, I purged all obstacles to progress.
Lawan ini juga ya. Ularnya
And
itu
yet,
Cuk.
something was lost with
Kayak
each
si
step
Os.
forward.
Punyanya Visual. Apa iya emang itu?
In the end, I even lost her. The tales are still retold in the shade of every thunder sakura,
Kehilangan siapa, Cuk?
but the wounds left on our nation by that terrible loss still ache. Never stop searching, even if only for a brief flash of light.
Jadi sebenarnya dia
If nothing else,
berapa
we
orang
have the
anjir?
present moment.
Kok ada dua
She said that
yang
once.
sama?
But I've seen a nation stride forward and lose everything to the heavenly principles.
Oh, dia lihat ini Cuk,
Perhaps
mati Cuk.
only
Oh,
if time stands still,
iya kan?
will the lightning's glow
Siapa?
never fade.
Dia dua orang, bukan dua orang
The
atau
present
kembar
moment is a
what?
fragile illusion. Only eternity can bring us closer to the heavenly principles.
Terus makanya dia
I
pengen
am no
mengembangkan
longer the
community ini kali ya.
Mine is the most supreme and noble form.
Oh,
Let
dia
power over the
shadow.
realm be vested within me. In this form shall I honor my subjects' dream, for a land of eternity, unchanging forevermore.
Apa sebelumnya dia kayak Fenty itu guys, jadi dia ngambil bentuknya orang ini yang sama, maybe?
Principles.
I don't know.
Irrelevant nonsense as far as I'm concerned. When
Kalau
all
yang
said and
ada yang
done,
lebih
all you
tahu,
really want is to
silakan
protect your
tulis
beloved
komen ya
Inazuma
ceritanya.
forever and ever. Isn't that right?
Dia kok ada dua orang gitu,
That
apa mereka
would
emang
be
kembar
something of an
atau gimana?
oversimplification.
Tapi katanya dia selama ini
But is this
adalah
nation
shadow
worth
sampai
existing
si
for
kembarannya
eternity?
itu mati gitu loh.
Stripped
Baru
of
akhirnya dia
ambitions, stripped
yang
of the
megang
potential
kendali
for
gitu.
change.
Terus makanya dia
It
mau
does nothing
mengembangkan
more than
ether BP
simply
biar tidak kehilangan
exist.
seseorang yang dia cintai
Is a
lagi,
hollow
maybe seperti
shell of
itu.
a nation. I wonder what loss would it really be to anyone if such a nation were destroyed?
Miko, retract your words. Never changing eternity is the promise I made to my people.
But what your people need from you is not your promises. They want your attention. Your divine gaze.
You mean visions? Humans have a lifespan of barely 100 years. They cannot afford to bear any extra losses. But I have experienced it all. That is why I have chosen to guide them along the correct path toward eternity.
But eternity is far too cruel a fate for you, eh?
For me?
Not only have you stopped paying attention to the world, but you have stopped paying attention to yourself. It must have been terribly lonely here, all alone, for centuries on end.
But it is necessary.
You will miss much by refusing progress. You seek to prevent loss, but have you considered all you are losing by remaining here in stasis for all eternity? You are obviously lonely, and yet for the sake of eternity you choose to stretch your loneliness out to infinity. Tell me this. Why is the sky here that was once so dark glowing again? Why now? This is your plane of euthymia. It's your inner world. So
Kenapa
it can
jadi terang
only mean
lagi?
that you are happy to see me again. You have found the loneliness here unbearable for a long time now, haven't you?
I have nothing to say to that.
But I have so much to say to you. Let me tell you all that has happened over the last few centuries.
Anjir, dia
How long
udah
will that take?
As a fox envoy, I have an excellent memory.
dia
I recall
udah berapa
every detail
tahun
of the last few
di
centuries
dalam
with
sini.
perfect clarity. So it will probably take me another few centuries to relay it to you.
Miko, I never thought I would have the chance to meet with you like this again. Seeing you again is a change to eternity. And a very nice surprise.
Since you are willing to admit that, I suppose that means we can still be friends?
What a childish conversation this is. Anyway, now that I have been defeated by you and your plan, I will honor your wish to abolish the Vision Hunt Decree.
Akhirnya
But, with regards to eternity and the question of whether this nation should move forward, I need time to give it some thought.
akhirnya dihentikan ya Vision
You
Hunt
are the
Decree.
one who's been acting like a child from the very beginning.
Kamu yang kekanak-kanakan dari awal.
As
Oke.
promised, the Raiden Shogun abolished the Vision Hunt Decree.
Oke, beres ya. Berarti
Finally,
tidak ada
her
ini
people's
lagi ya.
wishes penetrated her locked heart. Beyond the plane of Euthymia, she saw what eternity means in the eyes of the world. When one's fervent ambition burns brightly, the gods will cast their gaze upon you.
Suaranya Miko ya.
Some
Hayato belum
ambitions
dilihat-liatin
have the
dia.
power to heal wounds,
Wih,
to bring
berhasil
victory,
menang. Nggak
to
jadi buronan
inspire
lagi anjir. Akhirnya bisa keluar. Kasuha.
but
Wah,
some ambitions
ini nyekar guys, nyekar. Nyekar.
outlive their masters.
Nah, di sini
Long
kuburan.
after
Kita pernah
the
kesini,
soul
Cok, yang
ascends.
nyasar itu. Oh iya, si TP gimana jadinya? Mati
They
apa
remain
enggak?
as they were in the beginning.
Mati nggak ya si TP?
Burning bright and true
Oh, akhirnya visionnya ditinggal ya.
for all eternity.
Awalnya mau dijadiin hadiah kan, berarti visionnya si temennya listrik juga guys. Temennya si Kasuha. Sebelumnya mau dijadiin hadiah ya. Kita dapat apa nih?
So what did you guys do in the Raiden Shogun's plane of Euthymia anyway? Is the Vision Hunt Decree abolished? Oh, gotcha. Paimon was super worried, you know. So maybe the reason Yai Miko is looking for us now is because she wants to thank us. Let's go find her.
Oh, belum beres nih. Oke. Wih, kita dapat ini lagi. Visit ya, Miko. Jadi C6-nya yang elektro. Kayaknya.
Why, hello. If it isn't the triumphant traveler. And why might you be visiting the shrine? A sign of piety, perhaps?
You literally told us to come meet you here.
I was just joking. I've been waiting for you.
Seems like someone's in a pretty good mood.
Mm-hmm. Catching up with an old friend I hadn't seen in years was truly delightful. By the way, I heard that you had a duel before the throne, with Fatui Harbinger no less. Courageous and astute. I must say, I am most impressed. Defeating Signora head-on in a duel means that your strength exceeds my expectations. Still, you did end up victorious. I gather congratulations are in order.
Sure feels good to finally thwart the Fatui plan for once. They caused plenty of trouble along the way, but at the very least, they didn't get their hands on another Gnosis.
Wait a second. Did you say Gnosis? As in, the little thing that looks something like a chess piece?
Yep, that's the one. You've seen one too? Gnosis belong to the Seven. They're what keep them connected to Celestia.
Oh.
What's wrong?
Jangan-jangan udah
I
hilang
handed
juga.
that over.
Wah, dia yang bawa.
You did what now?
Well, how else was I supposed to save your skin from the Balladeer exactly? The Balladeer is number 6 of the Fatui Harbingers. In terms of strength, he is superior to Signora.
Oh,
I'm
apakah
not the
sesuai
kind of
urutannya?
person
Berarti
who
nomor
risks
6 lebih
life
tinggi
and limb
daripada
for
nomor
any
8
old
gitu.
reason.
For once, Paimon just does not know what to say.
Tapi kenapa bisa di
After
tanganmu
A
ya?
created her puppet vessel, she no longer had anywhere to put it.
Oke.
As her erstwhile closest friend, A
Terus
handed it
dikasih
over
ke
to me,
dia.
and I've kept it in the Grand Narukami Shrine ever since. She no longer needs the power of the Gnosis, and in any case, she tells me she has severed ties with Celestia. Thus, the Gnosis became not only useless, but also a potential source of conflict. Is that not a good bargain? Exchanging it for the one at the core of the plan?
Jadi dia
Judging by the
nukerin
results,
itu,
at least, I dare say I struck a good deal.
Ya Miko, nukerin itu buat nyelamatin kita.
Has to agree. The traveler is worth more than a gnosis.
Oh ini. Oh makanya ya Miko kok bisa bawa kita keluar lari gitu.
Hardly thinks we'll be getting
Ternyata
it back
ditukar sama
now.
gnosisnya si
Leave the past in the past.
Tapi emang katanya udah nggak butuh, makanya dia kasihin ke Yaimiko aja lah. Ini buat kamu aja. Jadi bahan tukeran. Tapi sebenarnya gnosis apa gunanya ya? Nyatanya Barbatos terus siapa? Barbatos, Norak sama Raiden Shogun masih kuat-kuat aja menurut gua ya. Nyatanya tadi tetap ampuh-ampuh aja anjir.
That puppet was built with technology that has been lost to time.
Oh ini sudah ending ya kalau udah kayak gini. Udah apa yang mau kamu tanyain gitu. Tapi kalau ini sama Yaimiko bukan sama Raiden Shogun. Wakil
Before
anjir.
A began modifying her own godly form, she took it upon herself to create a prototype puppet.
So, you mean there are
Oh ada 3 Raiden Shoguns.
No. The prototype was merely a proof of concept.
Nah itu yang
Its
jadi
appearance and
ini
intellect
guys
were
kayaknya
not
jadi
based on
weekly
A. It
bossnya.
was a test. The original
Jadi itu
plan was
tes
for A
weekly
to simply
bossnya
discard
besok
it.
itu kayaknya
But perhaps
tes
A
dari
thought this
ini
to be
deh.
too
Apa maksudnya
cruel,
prototipenya
because in
dari
the end, she
Raiden
chose
Shogun
only
anjir.
to seal the power within it. Later, this puppet wandered Inazuma as an ordinary human male with his own consciousness.
Hah?
Until the Fatui took an interest in him.
Bukan deh.
Not the Fatui.
Some eccentric
Katanya cowok
geniuses in the
deh
ranks of
bentuknya.
the Fatui made adjustments to the prototype, not only unsealing his power, but very likely rendering him even more formidable than his original specifications. The object of divine creation is now the one who has taken possession of the Gnosis. And the prototype
Si
puppet is
Scaramucci
now
itu
known as
bonekanya
the
si
Balladeer.
juga guys.
What a crazy story.
Jadi dia
It
tuh
is,
bikin
isn't it?
puppet.
Who can say whether it's
Jadi
coincidence
yang
or
satu
destiny?
suruh di dunia ini, dia kan di dunianya sendiri. Yang satu di dunianya ini suruh mimpin. Terus yang dua ini tuh cowok, dan ternyata cowok ini, boneka ini yaitu yang sekarang jadi Fatui, jadi Handbigger nomor 6 tadi yang diselamatin yang apa? Yang tukeran sama Yaimiko tadi, yang tukeran Gnosis sama Yaimiko itu tuh puppetnya si Raiden Shogun juga itu. Terus yang ketiga, mungkin yang ketiga yang ini yang bakal jadi weekly boss itu guys, atau mungkin ntar bakal ada cerita lagi katanya, bakal ada act keduanya, ada story quest keduanya si siapa sih Raiden Shogun itu yang akan buka weekly bossnya itu dari mana katanya gitu. Oke, apa the
I'm
former
surprised
Raiden
an
Shogun.
outlander like you is aware that there was
Anjir,
once a
plot
change
twist
of
banget.
Electro Archon.
Sekarang jadi musuh.
Few citizens of Inazuma are aware of this.
Ternyata itu boneka juga, yang nomor 6 boneka
The
anjir.
Electro Archon ball has passed away.
Yes. The truth
yang
of the
asli
matter
udah
is that
mati
there
ya.
were two twin gods,
Oh.
Baal and Beelzebul.
Oh, itu. Oh, yang
They won
makanya
the
mereka
Archon
sama ya.
War together. And when Baal established the shogunate, Beelzebul became her Kagemusha, or shadow warrior.
Loh, makanya Shadow kan.
In other words, she acted as Baal's body double.
Oke.
Beelzebul is A, with whom we are now both acquainted. Baal's name was Makoto.
Oh, nama
As
yang
far as the
asli
world was aware,
Makoto,
there
bukan
were
yang
not
satunya
two, but
Makoto.
one.
Mereka sama.
They complemented
Dua
each
tapi
other,
satu ya kan.
and they ruled Inazuma jointly. So there was no need for the public to know the truth.
Oke.
In fact, the name Baal and the title of Raiden Shogun was understood to refer to both of them.
Iya.
Right up until
Tapi yang lebih dikenal Baal.
Makoto died several hundred
Nah,
years ago
akhirnya
in a
Makoto
war that I
mati
was
ya
not
kan.
personally involved in. Since
Terus
then,
A
has
akhirnya
assumed the shogunate.
udah dia sendiri. Sebelumnya kan berdua
Sister
gitu.
must have been super hard on A.
Kan Ria.
That was when A began to change. Makoto was her greatest loss.
Paimon feels like she understands A a lot better now.
Makanya dia pengen eternity itu ya.
So what kind of god was Makoto?
I didn't spend a great deal of time with her, but my impression was she was a gentle god, who in each moment cherished the beauty of what was before her.
Wow.
Berarti emang jadi dari ceritanya tadi ada yang Baal sama Belzebul. Baal ini udah mati, makanya Morax bilang kan dulu si Zhongli bilang Baal itu udah nggak ada, udah mati. Nah ternyata sebenarnya mereka itu twin god, ada dua yang mimpin, si Baal sama si Belzebul. Cuman yang sering muncul di depan itu si Baal ini, sedangkan Belzebul ini yang sekarang mimpin ini sering di belakang, makanya dia bilangnya gue sebagai shadow kan gitu loh. Nah setelah si Baal mati, akhirnya cuma tinggal satu, dan karena mereka sama jadi orang-orang nggak tahu kalau ternyata yang mereka sebut Baal sekarang itu adalah Belzebul itu atau kembarannya itu. Nah sekarang dia mimpin, jadi kan taunya mereka ya apa namanya cuma ada satu orang-orang, tapi ternyata mereka itu ada dua tapi jadi satu. Nah sekarang hanya dia mimpin, dan karena saking sedihnya itulah makanya dia mempelajari eternity ini biar tidak kehilangan lagi guys gitu, kayaknya seperti itu. But my brother,
I haven't a clue.
Okay,
I'm also unfamiliar with the god you describe. But if you still have doubts about A, I would say they are misplaced. Not only does she not fit your description, but she voluntarily gave up her gnosis long ago, severing her ties with Celestia in the process. That's good to hear. Otherwise, given that I'm her familiar, it could have made our relationship rather awkward, don't you think?
Don't worry, we aren't looking to pick a fight with you.
I wish you the best of luck. May you soon discover the truth behind it all. As for your brother's whereabouts, I will use all the resources at my disposal to investigate it.
Nah, ntar di kota-kota Inazuma kayaknya ada selebaran juga, guys.
I'll let you know if I find out anything. Consider it part of my means of thanking you.
Okay, but the next stop
After
in my
leaving
journey.
Inazuma,
Oke, Sumeru ya, dan itu belum kebuka untuk sampai saat ini. Kemungkinan katanya di 3.0 guys, Sumeru. Dan Sumeru katanya Dendro, makanya habis ini kayaknya karakter-karakter Dendro bakal banyak keluar. God of Wisdom, Wisdom itu apa ya? Kok lupa artinya. Oke, jadi God of Eternity, Inazuma, God of Contract, Liyue, God of Freedom, Mondstadt, God of Wisdom ini Sumeru. Oh, kepintaran ya.
I don't know whether it was the sages or Lesser Lord Kusanali who came up with the idea.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, itu namanya.
Oh, you haven't heard. Lesser Lord Kusanali is the deity in whom the people of Sumeru place their faith. It's their chosen term of endearment for her. I'm sure you must have some things to discuss with her too.
Oke, berarti Sumeru godnya cewek ya, cewek lagi ya. Jadi, dan kemungkinan katanya Sumeru itu Dendro. Terus katanya kan gini guys, kalau Mondstadt kan dilihat dari makanannya, ada pizza itu katanya mengacu pada kota pada negara Italia katanya, sedangkan Liyue pada negara Cina, sedangkan Inazuma pada negara Jepang. Kemungkinan katanya Sumeru itu mengacu pada negara India katanya ya, tapi kita belum tahu sampai besok akan muncul di peta Sumeru. Tapi yang jelas next habis Inazuma, Archon kita akan ke Sumeru. Kita belum tahu ntar negara apa atau apa itunya, tapi dan emang juga belum di apa secara official belum diumumkan bakal vision apa, entah Dendro atau apa, kita belum tahu. Kalau rumor-rumornya sih Dendro, karena Dendro emang belum keluar kan, bahkan karakternya pun belum keluar gitu loh. Karakter terakhir apa, vision terakhir, elemen terakhir yang belum keluar Dendro. Jadi kemungkinan 3.0 Sumeru akan muncul, terus bakal keluar visionnya apa, dan katanya bakal banyak keluar karakter apa namanya guys, karakter Dendro atau tumbuhan ya, ntar bakal banyak keluar. Mungkin Dr. Baizu bakal keluar langsung banner baru, maybe dia kan dari Sumeru juga katanya kalau nggak salah ya, apa enggak, apa emang dia belajar di Sumeru, gue juga nggak tahu ya. Intinya sepertinya sudah beres. I have no more question.
Are you sure? Okay then. Oh, traveler, do you still have the omamori I gave you?
Of course.
Keep it safe. Is that all you intend to do with it? There was me thinking that you might hang it around your neck to show off to the world, telling everyone who inquired that it was given to you by none other than Yai Miko,
the best
wise
and beautiful.
and beautiful.
in their right mind would do that?
Suruh pakai kalung.
Okay, I'll stop. Now, a question for you. Traveler, what is your ambition?
Untuk
I
bertemu dengan
see.
saudaraku
But
lagi.
that is merely a small goal, based on what preoccupies you here and now. Your ambition should be something that transcends the world below and the starry sky above. Something that shines in unison with fate itself. Perhaps the reason you do not possess a vision is that such an ambition has yet to be engendered within you. It's a possibility. Continue on your journey, and maybe that moment will come to pass.
Alright, sudah beres guys. Akhirnya Archon Quest kita beres semua. Kalau ngobrol lagi apa ya? Kayaknya pertanyaan lagi deh. Oh iya kan?
Oh, did that all get a little heavy for you?
Oh iya kan?
I think you prefer me when I'm just teasing you, don't you? Are you sure? Okay then. Oh, Traveler. Do you still have the omamori I gave you? Keep it safe. Is that all you intend to do with it? There was me thinking that you might hang it
Oke,
around
sama
your
ya
neck to show off
omongannya
to
ya.
the world.
Ya intinya sudah
Telling
beres.
everyone
Sekarang
who
Archon Quest kita
inquired
sudah
that it was given
beres.
to you
Tinggal
by none
nunggu
other than
updatean.
Miko,
Tapi
the
mungkin
wise
akan
and
kita
beautiful.
isi dengan world quest dan segala macam ya. Sama quest story juga.
Okay, I'll
Masih
stop.
banyak yang akan kita lalui.
Now a question for you.
Apalagi world quest tuh di
Traveler,
mana? Di Enkanomia
what is your
banyak
ambition?
banget guys. Lomba.
I see. But that is merely a small goal, based on what preoccupies you here and now. Your ambition should be something that transcends the world below and the starry sky above.
Aduh, sudah beres ya.
Something that shines
Udah
in
berapa jam
unison
kita?
with
Hampir
fate
3 jam
itself.
kan. Tapi nggak apa-apa,
Perhaps the reason
sekalian
you
lah
do
ya
not
guys ya.
possess a vision is
Seru
that
juga.
such an ambition has yet to be
Tapi
engendered
menurut
within
gua,
you.
tapi kalau soal musik gua
Continue on
mulai
your
ini
journey,
sih.
and
Yang
maybe
lawan
that
Signora
moment
sih.
will come to pass.
Dan katanya pas lawan Signora bakal jadi weekly boss. Coba kita cek ya. Aduh. Oh iya, nih. Iya, jadi weekly guys. Oke, kita bisa ngeklaim treasure-nya. Cuman cost-nya jadi 60 anjir. Ya mungkin besok gua akan tapi besok udah ini, Cok. Wah, mana gua nggak punya ini ya. Ya Allah, kurang 10 tuh 80 menit anjir. Kita masih bisa, cuman masa gua nggak tidur. Aduh, mana habis racing gua. Oke guys, jadi kita akhiri di sini aja. Akhirnya itulah ya ending dari Archon Quest kita sudah habis. No active quest, tinggal world quest ya. Jadi next mungkin gua akan world quest sama ini sih ya. Pasti ada story quest dan hangout sih masih banyak. Jadi tenang aja, masih banyak apa namanya guys? Masih banyak ini. Oh, story quest. Oke. Wih, tapi harus nyelesain ini nih. Nggak tahu nih apa nih. Wah, I don't know apa itu. Nanti aja lah. Intinya thank you guys buat yang nonton, like dan subscribe. Hari ini kita akhiri di sini hampir 3 jam atau mungkin sudah 3 jam kalian menemani. Thank you banget dan cukup epic. Gua cukup impress soal ceritanya ya. Gua sangat gua mulai menyukai game ini ya sudah mulai sejak lama sih. Cuman maksudnya gua makin suka lagi dengan game ini ya. Maksudnya ceritanya, terus apalagi apa namanya lagunya, backsoundnya segala macam bener-bener ya. Emang bener kata teman gue, emang yang bikin lagu di Inazuma di GenshinImpact ini emang fans dari FF7 Final Fantasy lah at least. Jadi lagunya emang mirip-mirip dan di telinga gue sangat apa ya familiar dan apa namanya, dan gue menikmati itu karena sama-sama apa namanya, sama-sama satu genre lah, sama-sama suka lah. Jadi intinya seperti itu. Jadi I think the best game too, best game juga yang udah pernah gua mainin. Jadi pasti bakal gua lanjutin sampai tamat sih ini, seperti Final Fantasy 7 yang belum gua record ya, belum pernah gua bikin record ya. Paling next gua bakal bikin record FF7 ya, sekalian nostalgia. Tapi harus gua akui game ini termasuk game terbaik yang udah pernah gua mainin. Jadi so thank you guys buat yang udah ngikutin sampai selama ini. Thank you buat yang udah nonton, like dan subscribe untuk episode ini dan episode lainnya dan video-video lainnya. Thank you juga yang udah share dan komen juga. Dan komen juga ya kalian di bawah kalau kalian lebih ngerti ceritanya daripada gua. Ya jelas sih kalian pasti lebih ngerti karena gua tidak ya gimana ya, mengertinya tuh kayak gimana ya, mengerti tapi gue takut kalau ada yang salah-salah. Jadi kalau kalian mau benerin segala macam boleh ya, silahkan please komen di bawah soal semua ceritanya di Genshin Impact. Oke. So thank you, jadi di hari di sini saja. Nextnya mungkin bakalan world quest sama story quest aja ya, karena Archon quest menunggu updatean dari Mihoyo tentunya. Oke, so thank you dan salam perpisahan. Waduh, sampai berjumpa besok and have a good day. Bye bye, thank you guys.